I used to stream and I felt like I was only talking to y'all. That's eons ago, but these days when I stream, I feel like I have like a radio station because no matter what I say, it gets clipped up. No matter how I intend to say it, people use it for their own purposes and narratives. And there's nothing that I say, even if it's a joke, you know, everybody runs with everything. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, y'all remember last stream? I'm like joking about mad shit. Y'all know I be in my little comedian bag. Y'all all know I want to do comedy. I'm clowning everybody at the white party and shit like that. Bruh, tell me how just me just nonchalant clowning. I'm looking on the blogs. They're like, here this woman hater academics going. Nigga, I'm clowning. I'm having fun. I'm clowning dudes and women. I talk about Glorilla. I'm on the blogs. And then they're like, oh my God, this is why we hate this fat fucking motherfucker. And I'm like, God damn it. And I'm like, I miss the times where it was like this. And maybe this is why I streamed at this time because I do love the fact that, with all due respect, like, let me not act like I'm taking anything for granted. I do love the fact when I get off stream and it says, on all platforms, 20,000 people were watching you for 7 hours. I'm very honored. I'm like, Jesus Christ, like that's a fuck ton of people, and I'm really excited about it. But I also miss the times where the majority of people that cared about the stream cared about the entire stream, and they understood some of the nuances, like some of the self-deprecating jokes I make about obviously me. Some of the like, okay, we're just joking here, or I'm just cracking jokes, or you know what I mean? Um, for whatever reason, stream is now just turned into anything you say. It's like a press conference. It's like Academics doesn't like Glorilla. He thinks she looks like a boy. She's a trans individual. Like Jesus, I can't make some jokes. You know what's so funny? Everybody make jokes about me, and nobody be like, "Oh my God, why y'all saying that about him?" Like what? What? But if I make a joke, it's whatever. Anyway, this is what I keep telling y'all. I'm gonna keep pushing that comedy line. Eventually, I'm gonna do a stand up show because I think that's the only way to have a little bit of liberation with what you can say. Because the message I've said before still remains true. It's better to be liked than to be right. Shit, with me, I don't. When the people or the precincts that I'm not liked in relay my message, it's always bad. Like I'll go on there, yo. I think I went on the neighborhood talk, and I seen some shit I said, and I was like, man, this fucking bitch ass nigga academic. Like I get it. Like that's the funny part about it. Anyway, welcome to the This is like a late night. I'm hoping if you probably had to get a notification to be up in this bitch, and I like it. So I am gonna stream tomorrow. We'll stream at a prime time tomorrow, probably like around like 1 o'clock or something like that. I'm gonna try to do a day stream tomorrow, but I'm streaming tonight. More of a like I was, I fell asleep earlier. I definitely was drinking. I was drinking, fell asleep. Was actually I thought I was gonna wake up like 11, and I was gonna be like wake up at 11 and then stream for y'all. And then I wake up and it says no, not 11, like 10. And then I wake up and it says 1 a.m. like 1:30, and I'm like, fuck. That's not like the window to stream. And I'm like, all right. But then I'm up and I'm reading comments and I'm reading everybody talking all type of shit. And I'm like, I have a lot of thoughts to do. And I'm like, I could be like one of these other niggas and just hop on a Twitter spaces, which I'm not going to do. Like, why the fuck would I do that when I have a Discord community? But I'm like, you know what? Nigga, just get on stream. Like, who cares? So I don't really care how many people show up tonight. Actually, I hope not a lot of people show up tonight, that we could just kind of get off some raw, unfiltered thoughts. Okay. Hi, how are y'all? Somebody said, motherfucker said you ghost. I did. I'm so sorry. So let me, y'all all know me. I think most of the people who watch me, y'all know certain things about me. Um, I try to be somebody who's fair, reciprocal. I'm the person who was here and I was like, damn, yo, Charlemagne, when you wanted me for Breakfast Club or Brilliant Idiots, I was there. So I do feel a way when somebody asks me to do their platform or I ask them to do my platform, they don't show up. Y'all know that. I said the same thing about Gillian Waddle. Come on. I'm that person. So anyway, anytime we on stream and I call Whack, always answer. That nigga always answer. He's down or whatever, whatever. And yeah, so he been asking me to come on Clubhouse, and I was like, all right, whatever, whatever. And yesterday I had to repay a favor. You know what I mean? He comes like I could call Whack right now, and I'll be like, yo, I'm on stream, and he's gonna give us good content. How many times have we called? Like, you got to be fair in life, people, and that's how I operate. That's why, like, and I hope y'all understand me because when I be feeling a little way about other niggas, I'm like, damn. That's why you see me and I think Vlad knows that about me. That's why with me and Vlad, anytime I do his platform, before I do it again, he's like, yo, let me come on your show. Let me come on your podcast. You know what I mean? So, like, he just came off the record. The next time he come back to New York, I'm going to do Vlad TV. He understands that. And it's not like it's transactional like that, but it's just respect. You know what I mean? Like nobody wants one-sided friendships, right? And also, like, so we've called Whack on a bunch of topics. He's jumped on the stream, talked to us for an hour and a half, and he's been saying, yo, Clubhouse, that's his shit. I want you to come on there. So, I had to repay the favor yesterday. Obviously, I didn't think it was going to last as long as it did. I thought I was going to be on there for like maybe 2-3 hours. Felt like it was 5, but it's all good. I didn't get a chance to stream, but again, I'm glad that I did it because Whack comes onto our platform, so I got to return the favor. That's just how I'm bred. You get what I'm saying? Anyway, all right. I don't know if we're getting into like some of the main topics. The stream that was scheduled for today, or actually, well, yesterday, and really the day before. The title is Fulio's funeral. So Fulio did get buried. A lot of things to talk about there. I said, is he really dead? Diddy's ready to leave the U.S. Or is he? I thought it was very interesting. We'll talk about this a little bit later, too. Diddy posted himself, which he could post anything, but he deleted everything on his Instagram. Then he posted himself boarding a jet. And that was, it's a little bit interesting and a little odd. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about it tonight. And Dirk's son supposedly shoots the stepfather, this is a crazy fucking story. He shot the stepfather, and now the stepfather is saying, Dirk, come get your motherfucking son, man. Come get this little niglet that I bought 4-wheelers for. This nigga just shot me, okay? You know what I mean? And of course, Dirk, in the only way that Dirk knows how to communicate is basically almost like, yeah, that's my nigga right there. That's my son. Yeah, shoot that nigga. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't really say that, but he basically was like, yeah, we only care about the kids. You know what I mean? Anyway, also, I guess not only that, but I did also want to like, yo, I'm so Kendrick and Draked out. Pause. Like, I'm exhausted with that topic. Now, I understand, and I'm very happy, and y'all all know the role that we played. And when I say we, our platform, because you're a part of it. Like, if it wasn't for you, that wouldn't have happened. In the whole battle or whatever the case is, but you know, unless these motherfuckers is gonna come with another diss track, it's like, all right, what are we still talking about, right? It's fine if you want to award the battle to Kendrick, who cares? But also now, I've been like, we're at this point where everything when it comes to messaging about let me just get into the shit. Okay. So, really what I'm saying without saying too many words, because I feel like I was about to do a long explanation. My nigga, I can't say nothing positive about Kendrick without people saying I'm switching sides. It's crazy. Now, I'm asking y'all a genuine opinion, and just because this is a late night stream, I think it's just me and y'all. Y'all tell me what I should do. Now, here's the thing: I could go full hater mode. Fuck Kendrick. I don't care. But I'm trying to be like, if I try to be fair and I look at the video like not like us, I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. He actually did his thing. Kudos to him. You know what people said? Yo, you switching sides. Stay over there. We don't fuck with you. Now, if I came out and blanketly hated on a nigga, like, man, fuck that nigga. Yo, that shit was whack, corny. Man, how long this nigga gonna drag it? You know they gonna be like, damn, you still sucking Drake's dick? Oh my God. There's no win. And I hate situations where there's no win, because in any situation, I'm gonna give y'all advice. In any situation where there's no win, you're gonna have to pick the loss that is the least or that's most acceptable. Do you get what I'm saying? If I get like people been thinking I'm switching sides because I gave Kendrick credit for a great video. It's a great video. People haven't cared about a video in a while. He dropped a great video. I give him some compliments for that. I see all these other platforms. They're running Akademiks finally admits. Bro. And this is why I'm like, yo, every time I'm on stream now, I feel like I'm on like a presidential podium. And I understand exactly what politics is. A nigga will have a 5-hour or a 3-hour or a 2-hour speech. They clip 20 seconds. Look, you see what he said? This is what he feels. No, I don't. Like, my nigga, with all due respect, and they won't run this. This is the most I've ever listened to Kendrick Lamar in my life. I listen to Euphoria a lot. I do listen to Not Like Us a lot. Listen, this is how my playlist works. I listen to Euphoria, Not Like Us. I don't listen to none of them other like woke, like ashy scalp music that nigga is making. The fuck are you talking about? I'll go back to listen to Drake. You get what I'm saying? And not just only Drake, that's just not my musical palette, bro. Like, for the most part, you know what I mean? Like, I gotta get into some, like, I gotta feel like I'm on some, like, Wakanda shit to play songs like Humble and DNA. I'm gonna be honest with you, okay? Like, my nigga, half of the time I'm off the drink. I don't want to hear a nigga basically giving me a Martin Luther King speech while I'm fucking drinking. Fuck out of here. I want to hear about bitches and beaches, all right? Now, there's nothing wrong with it, too, though. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like y'all watching me and I'm just ranting. I don't even got nothing for tonight. I'm just probably gonna rant. I just hate the fact that I can't be like, again. I told y'all I'm biased, but I can't even try to be a little bit neutral. Now, this is what I thought. I woke up today and I thought this. Yo, Ak, they've already just said you're Drake's nigga, or like, and pause on that, and like basically saying you're on Drake's side so much that why even attempt to try to give Kendrick Lamar any type of props, which I think he does deserve props. But why attempt it if all the narrative of everybody else beyond your stream that's going to take what you say is going to be like, oh, nah, he's switching sides. Stay over there. Oh, even the biggest Drake fans. So now I'm thinking, I'm like, all right, if y'all think I'm already biased, man, fuck that nigga Kendrick. I don't give two fucks. If we doing picking sides, perfect. I would just love to own. I don't give a fuck about covering Kendrick. Let's just cover straight Drake. So I'm at the point, I'm like, they think I'm biased already. Let me just go straight and just cover all Drake shit. Fuck what Kendrick got going on. Because it's not like I'll get a fair shake. We'll be like, all right, you know what? To keep it real, Drake's guy, Axe guy was Drake. He wanted him to win the battle, but he's kind of giving Kendrick a lot of credit for how he handled the battle, and he's giving credit for the pop out. He's giving credit for the fucking video. It's just turned into some other shit. Anyway, all right. Let me pull up some comments. YouTube, are we on? I know YouTube is mad at me. I seen y'all jokes on there. Yo, we clown this DoorDash too much. He not even streaming no more. Yeah, this is a late night stream, so I'm gonna tell you it's gonna be scattered thoughts. I don't want to do exactly topics, but we will do topics if you get what I'm saying. Uh, Somebody said they want to see you grovel. Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest with you, like, and this is just from me to y'all, right? Um, Really, I kind of blame Kendrick for this. I think when he kind of threw me into it with 616, and he's like, act as compromise. It it was a smoke signal to give everybody the pass to be like, now, and here's the thing too, because yo, I'm so scattered thoughts tonight. This is why I try to have an organized stream. Anyway, when Kendrick put me in 616, right? It gave everyone the idea or the thought to say and use. And by the way, it doesn't hurt me. But I do realize that these days, like for anybody who thinks, let me just say this, bar none. Hey, and I'm saying this with the most humble tone I could possibly say it with. I don't give a. I'm I am numero uno when it comes to media personalities. So if you think I've lost in this, you're an idiot. This cemented me up there with the greats, the legends, the biggest battle in history will always be in the lexicon that it played out on Academic Stream. There is zero loss for me. You do have to realize that. However, so if you're thinking this is a personal loss, no. Actually, this is actually a career booster. It doesn't matter. I do think, though, this, and I feel bad for this, because Kendrick said that, it's now made anything I say, people try to twist and use against Drake. And I feel bad for Drake because of it. For example, if I give Kendrick some props, they're going to twist it and be like, yup, even Drake's mans is saying this, which is like, it's kind of sucks for Drake, right? So it's like, either I got to literally go be the OV ho. I'm sorry, this is just a funny term. OV ho. Or any type of neutrality gets used against Drake. So by the way, if anybody's watched me, yeah, I'm probably one of the biggest Drake fans ever, but I've always criticized Drake. Now, if I criticize him in this moment, they're like, yo, he's switching up. Yup, what Kendrick said was right. Drake is done. Like, it's, again, doesn't affect me personally, but I do see how they're running narratives about that is affecting Drake, right? Like, they're acting like everybody else is using me against him when, honestly, I'm just not trying to be that biased. So I'm going to watch, like, I've been playing Not Like Us or Euphoria at the beginning of my streams for about a month. I'm going to say, damn, Kendrick, good job at this. Or, damn, that's kind of good. I'm going to point out, like, hey, Drake, you're not in the best light, when it comes to culture at this moment. Hey, maybe you shouldn't go to the white party. I'm not saying it because I'm trying to, like, shit on my nigga or shit on my favorite rapper, but I've always criticized him, right? I thought Certified Lover Boy, when I heard Certified Lover Boy, wasn't going to be that content. I thought For All the Dogs, when I heard the title For All the Dogs, wasn't going to be that content. And I criticized it. Right now, if I criticize Drake, they're like, yep, there it goes. If Axe says it, it is true. And I'm like, fuck, let that nigga live, man, which is one of the reasons, truth be told, obviously there is new music coming, but I'm like, let me let Drake cook up and do his thing without us even really communicating, because anything, just naturally, when I get on the mic, I'm gonna expound thoughts that might even come from conversations I had with people, and everything I say, I try to use against a nigga. If I make a joke about Drake, I'll be like, "Yup, that's what he said. Drake is done." So, I don't know if y'all understand that thought, but I felt that was rather unfortunate. Like, and I still think it's rather unfortunate, right? So, like, I'll give you an example. This is an example that happened today, right? So, and I was never gonna respond to this. So again, I'm on Clubhouse with Whack, and okay, this is the headline. Look how many people, 43,000 people like this shit. This is me on Clubhouse. No context, no nothing, because it's popular in the narrative to try to drive home this, yeah, Drake was a liar during the whole beef. Kendrick is the truth. Even Ak, who's Drake's guy, is seeing the real now. He's coming to, which, let me play the clip first and then we'll talk about it. So I'm on Clubhouse for 5 hours. This is a 30-second clip. A 30-second clip from a 5-hour conversation.
Now, I'll be honest with you. I talked to my man from Spotify. I won't say the name right now. But legit Spotify nigga, he said, hey, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what that person on your stream was talking about. Them Kendrick streams is real. That's what
I'm saying. What I did, I called the people that I know oversee those people that play like that. And I PTR'd it on my floor. They said, "Whack, we didn't work that. We didn't touch that."
Now, all right. So, and I've said this before. Once again, every time I speak about shit like this, I have to remind y'all, I am the biggest winner in the Drake and Kendrick beef. I hope y'all understand that. You do, like, I have to say that because people think that Ak is down bad. No, I am up tremendously. I'm up 52. Now, I say that because I'm also not, I know, yeah, Drake's my favorite rapper and we communicate, but we're not like, okay, you do this. No, it's not like that. I'm still doing my job. Put it like this. I'm trying to talk to some people right now to come expose Meg Thee Stallion about some fake streams. There's always some shit going on. Now, when I brought the person on that was talking about this not like us shit, right? That timing wasn't sent by Drake. Drake didn't send a nigga. That is honestly, I didn't give a fuck what it was. If somebody wanted to come on and expose Drake, I would have brought him on too. That's the funny thing about it. It behooves me to have this conversation. Now, the conversation about fake streams is bigger than Kendrick and Drake. And that's what I realized. Maybe my timing was off because nobody could see why that conversation is important beyond, well, you platformed the nigga who said Kendrick had fake streams. And if he did, so the fuck what? Nobody's denying that this song is only idiots are still on Twitter trying to argue that Kendrick fooled people with fake stuff to win, if you want to believe he won. No, that's not what it is. Like, this song is moving. What the fuck? Like, again, now, two things could be true, and this is what I realized, and that's what I was saying about being biased. If you be nuanced, you switched up. So, like, me being nuanced, like, I remember even me talking about the whole Kendrick and Drake shit when it came to, like, allegations. I'm like, both of these niggas probably lied. That's what I said. But you know what they clip? Well, fuck the fact that we expect him to say Kendrick lied. Is he saying Drake lied too? My nigga, we're all fans, but use your fucking brain and stop being stans. Drake probably capped it up about the Whitney shit. Clearly they look like they're okay. And of course, Kendrick capped it up about Drake having a kid and it's a pedophile. Same thing. I've been kind of saying that for a while. But when people put it out, they're like, fuck what he said about Kendrick. Did he say Drake capped it? Drake was capping? All right, run that as a headline. You know what I mean? You can't have nuanced conversation. And that's what that's what I hate when Stan Wars happen. So here's a nuanced conversation. Truthfully, some of the Kendrick streams or whatever might be botted. Also, even like, for example, say the Hard Part 6, the million dislikes in a day, probably botted, right? Now, is that why Kendrick, in a lot of people's minds, won? No. And it's like a retarded thing that we keep, like, I don't even know why we keep talking about it, because I don't give a fuck about this whole bot shit, because everybody's botted. So that's the thing. Two things could be true. Is Kendrick shit very organic? Duh. Maybe was there like some bots involved at least at first? Probably. Both things could be true. But nuanced conversations don't go too far when stands are involved. Now, let's talk about this. So I said I talked to my man from Spotify. Now, here's the thing. And let me expound a little bit on my guy, or not my guy, but just anybody I've ever spoken to from Spotify or any DSP. I've never heard somebody from DSP be like, yeah, go look at so-and-so streams. Half of them shits are fake, and we allowed it to be there. The mere fact if they work for the company, even if, and this is what I'm saying the argument gets pushed to. You're not going to get a individual from a company that's going to be like, oh yeah, half them shits is fake. You're just never going to have that, period. Because if they're then complicit, right? Now, if someone did have supposedly fake streams, hopefully they will be removed or whatever. But if you then take this to mean that, oh, okay, well, if Spotify deny it, and by the way, let's slow down with the Spotify denies. It's my homie that's in the building. You know what I mean? So he's not speaking for the whole company. He's speaking under the capacity of his knowledge, right? This is not Spotify making. Spotify would issue a statement. Like, they're not issuing statements, okay? That's just me. I talk to a lot of people in the music industry. Now, here's the thing. If you want to believe this, you're going to believe that there is no botting in music at all. And I'm here to tell you that there is. 100,000,000% there is. Again, some artists are more egregious than others. Some artists will bot beyond, I think there's almost like an acceptable range where people are like, you're not going too crazy outside of, like, that looks like it's you. And then there's certain artists, like, I remember back in the day, I think like Soulja Boy botted like YouTube. And niggas was like, yo, bro, you have 1 million views and like 45 comments. Like, that's not real. You know what I mean? Obviously, like, botting is turned into really, advanced shit now, where like people, like, you realize, if the comments don't match the fucking views, like, people are gonna know. But if we're having a nuanced conversation, and take it off Kendrick and take it off Drake, once again, I don't know if it's Kendrick fans or whoever, I gotta keep issuing disclaimers. Nobody's trying to make a point, or I'm not trying to make a point, that Kendrick Lamar got a win in a battle, or the only reason why Kendrick is seen as winning the battle is because of botted streams. No. We seen the pop out. We see the energy. If you go into a nightclub, if you went outside, this song is playing everywhere. It is organic. However, in moments, and that's what I thought when I brought that guy on, it was important. I thought in this moment we could also start hitting the nail on the head with the bot culture, because all of these artists are doing it. All of these artists are doing it. Now, obviously, people don't care about the real topic I was trying to bring to the forefront. They only care about Kendrick and Drake. I'm telling you that we're in the era of bots. Like, and I know we're in the era of bots because I've talked to these record labels. And I've talked to them, and they've waited for the first week projections. They have hit me and begged me or offered to pay me. Could you not tweet that out? It ain't going to be, he ain't going to sell 25. he gonna sell 50K. I'm like, nigga, how the fuck you know he gonna sell 50K? You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna buy sales for the rest of the week. They're gonna bot the shit for the rest of the week because 25 is gonna look crazy. You ever seen like a projection for an artist and it's kind of low? Then you see the final and it's like mad higher. You're like, oh, maybe people just start picking up on their listening. No, the label's like, fuck. Let's. I don't want to throw no. Which artists? You see, I'm too close, and I don't want to put certain people, and also expose certain private conversations I've had. I'll say this, and I got to be vague enough that y'all can't distinguish who it is. There is an artist. There's an artist that perception wise, they were supposed to be doing higher numbers. They dropped the record. When they dropped the record, after the first 2 days, projections came out. I put it out. I also talked about them on stream. Now, when I talked to the I'm trying to be vague. When I talked to the people associated with their label, I didn't talk to them that week. I talked to them like maybe a month after. And they admitted to me. They said, hey, again, I'm only pausing to be vague because I don't want y'all to figure this out. Because I also have these conversations with these people, and I know I have a big mouth. Pause, but a lot of this is, yo, hey, Ak, I know you ain't. If I, you know what, if there's something you should say on your stream, I'm gonna tell you like, oh, you can tell people that, and if we're just having private conversations, you're not gonna go blab that too, right? So I'm being very vague because I don't want y'all to figure out nothing. So this artist should have sold this, right? Should have sold this, but they were projected to sell this. It was way under. And I talked about the artist, and I started to kind of even clown the artist. Now, I didn't know what was going on at the time. I was like, damn, this motherfucker is not lit. Anyway, a month after the sales actually come out, which was still low, I talked to them, and they said to me, they said, Ak, you were right. And the label themselves said to me, they said, we had a meeting midweek, and the option was on the table for us to, like, get these other people to influence the streams that we could get higher sales. So basically, without saying much, yeah, yo, this artist is projected to sell low. It's going to be a whole whirlwind of them flopping. We could change the course midweek and get it to be lit. I'm not even going to look at the comments because I don't want y'all to name people. I'm not even. And the label said this to me. The decision was made to not bot the person's sales or streams to get a higher first week sale amount. I'll tell you why. And I hope this part doesn't like make you kind of figure out who. They said the artist needs to be humbled. Because I guess they were having conversations going into the album, leading up to the album, that the artist was delusional about how hot they were and how much people were consuming their shit. So it's one of those things they're like, all right, you're going to have to fall flat on your face. We're not going to botch your streams that people will be like, oh, they did decent numbers. They allowed the flop. They allowed the flop. They allowed the flop. I don't know. I'm looking at comments. By the way, I've been pretty vague. There's none of y'all have got it, and I don't think y'all get it, which is good. Because there's a big part of this. If I said it, I would easily know who I'm talking about. Regardless, the point of me even saying that was to say this: labels themselves know that they can manipulate streams and streaming numbers. Now, you're not going to hear anybody from a DSP be like, these are publicly traded companies. Now, once again, I keep saying no one, like Spotify didn't issue me a statement. My man's, or my homie, or my shorty, or whatever. Like, I gotta be vague with that too. Somebody know over there, they would just say, nah, this shit is real. But also, you have to realize, if a publicly traded company admitted to allowing fake streams, you know it devalues them, right? So they're gonna say, oh, if there's ever any fake streams, we catch it, whatever, whatever. I think there was an article about it where they were like, yo, Spotify itself, I think one of their PR people was like, yeah, nah, we usually warn the artists. Like, they kind of give a little process. Yeah, and not saying they're lying either. But the point of me saying that is, you're not gonna get a publicly traded company to admit their streams. It's like YouTube saying, yeah, all them Mr. Beast videos, yeah, half them views is not real. You know how much money they're making off ads and selling that nigga's videos to advertisers? They're never gonna say that, even if it's true. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying, just to give you the example of the nuanced conversation I was trying to have. But everybody now is just taking it. Well, Spotify denied it. That is facts. What happened to nuanced conversation? This is bigger than Kendrick Lamar. This is bigger than Drake. This is about, and I'm going to be honest with you, I think as time goes on, that's what we're going to realize. I guarantee these conversations are going to come up, and y'all, you know what y'all going to say? Months later, years later? Maybe Akademiks was up. Maybe he had a goal in mind about fake streams, because now I love reporting sales, but a lot of that is being manipulated, right? So if we could start exposing some of this shit, and again, let's get off of the Kendrick shit. Bruh, the nigga shit is lit. Like, put like this. If Kendrick, think about this. If Kendrick streamed 1 billion times for a song, and 30 million, right? 30 million was, let's say, botted. Who cares? Y'all have to realize 30 million out of 1 billion is like 0.3. You do know that, right? If he streams 1 billion times, and even if 30 million was botted, it's like 0.3. So my point is this. I don't, like, it's ridiculous, and I would never make the assertion that that's the reason why Kendrick has succeeded or with it. No. But if we're going to talk about fake streams and bots, let's talk about fake streams and bots. Now, I get it. At the juncture where I brought somebody on, they were talking about Kendrick Lamar and Drake. But that's the only way to really get some of these conversations on the forefront. Because of my relationships, and I'm kind of cool with some of these guys, and I'm not trying to like air them out when they're not in the limelight for that at the moment. There's like 3 artists, they bought every album. Like, I won't name them, you might know them. And I'm kind of cool with these guys. I'm not saying I don't know if they do it, if they're aware of this, but every time their albums come out, it's always bought it. Wait, did I get my math right? Wrong? Yeah, 30 million of 1 billion, that's 0.03. Yes, 3%. Did I say 30%? Sorry. Anyway, so I guess I said that though to kind of like just add on to the conversation. Um, and I can't get mad at the people who would take that and use it as like, oh, there's a clip. Yo, Axe said he spoke to somebody from Spotify. They said they're real. Yeah, that's an acceptable clip. I think people just have to use their thinking caps. What the fuck were they gonna tell me? You know what I mean? They're not gonna be like, oh yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Them shits. Also, here's the thing. If I'm telling you that most of the industry is able to finesse or fake streams, why do you think that these companies would either actively catch him, because if they know that niggas is faking streams, it's on them to remove them. So, nope. Again, YouTube isn't going to comment about fake streams because they're going to almost acknowledge like it doesn't happen because of their protocols. But could you fake YouTube streams? Yes, right? I think that's kind of like, you know, again, it's a little bit more nuanced than just did Kendrick. Like, bro, like, yo, you know what I realized? And remember when I said after the Not Like Us video drop, bruv, and trust me, the longer the moment lasts, it does help me because I guess I'm still central to a lot of this stuff. But bruv, when are we gonna just move? Like, the shit is over. It is over. It's done. And I know some of y'all might be like, well, act no, nigga, you keep talking about it. Well, I mean, I'm not necessarily trying to talk about Kendrick and Drake. To be honest, other than these diss songs, there's nothing I want to talk about as it relates to Kendrick. Yeah, have you ever realized that? When it comes to Drake, we talking about, yo, why he go to the white party, why he's on Wagwan Delilah, why he's on. With anything with Kendrick, only thing we keep talking about is this battle. There's nothing else to talk about. Everything with Kendrick is only this. This is why I'm saying I can't. When the music video dropped, I said, all right, good. Let's get away from this moment that we could talk about other shit. Like, I'm still gonna talk about Drake, but I'm ready to talk about the new music he finna put out. I'm ready to talk about, okay, what's the next 6 months to a year gonna look like for him? I'm ready to talk about, all right, he's giving us CLB, Fall the Dogs. He did Honestly Nevermind. He's back with Gordo. Are we doing Honestly Nevermind 2? Or are we about to, should he go back on a Scorpion wave? Let's do half rap, half. That's what I want to talk about. But niggas only want to talk about this goddamn battle. Okay. Y'all are in the comments going crazy. Let me see. Extremist Clip says, no way you think the Hard Part 6 dislikes were botted. With lines like, I'm way too famous for what you suggested. I'm way too famous for what you suggested. When most are PDFs and the Epstein angle is what I expected. Those are some of the worst bars of all time. Extremists. Again, this is what I'm saying. People are judging everything based on who you like. It's no way on earth you think the Hard Part 6 was just a horrible song. I'm sorry to tell you, brother. Like, it's no way you're telling me that this is just a fucking horrible song. I get it. You might not appreciate his angle because some people feel like he's waving a white flag. Some people feel like this is not what you drop after Not Like Us. But you're telling me that this song is not a good song? Like, I mean, what? It's a lyrical song. If you've ever listened to lyrical Drake, he's being lyrical on there. Again, you might not like the content and the angle, but he's being lyrical. You're telling me that this deserves... Bro, you know what songs get 1 million dislikes like in a few days? Bro, we're talking about Soul Train. We're talking about like an abomination of audio. That's what gets 1 million dislikes. Why are y'all acting like this is the worst shit y'all have ever heard? What? Oh, man. I don't even know if I could play it. Can I play it?
Out in 1090 Jake would've took all the walls down. The streets would've had me hiding out in a small town. My Montreal connect, stand up, not fall down. The ones that you...
The beat is hard too, man. I like that beat. Bro, we're not saying that song was effective in the battle. I'm saying when we're talking about dislikes, I'm saying, do y'all think that song was so atrocious that a million dislikes in like 2 days is what it deserved. Come on, bro. And fuck deserved or not. Do you think a million people went to dislike it? No, they're botted. Also, if this is another reason I'll tell you, you know it's botted. Oh, I can't even see the likes right now or the dislikes. After so it hit a million dislikes, like literally after like the second, no, actually the first week. After this, is how you know it's botted. It hits the mark real quick, and then afterwards, you don't consistently see dislikes anymore. Like the dislikes is leveled off, like it kind of almost like it stopped, and the like to dislike ratio kind of got back to normal. That's why you know that increase of dislikes was fake. You get what I'm saying? The point is this: if a million people dislike this in a week, it's been 2 months now. It should be 5 million that disliked it, or 3 million that disliked it, but it's still at a million dislikes. So you're telling me everybody who disliked it just all disliked it in 1 week, and everybody, by the way, the views have kept going up. It's at 21 million, and everybody else who heard it after that just was like, all right, we're just not gonna dislike. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I hate that we're even arguing this, by the way. So y'all, all right, man. I cannot win with y'all, man. Let me ask y'all a question. For the people who, you know, I think a lot more people are invested in seeing maybe the downfall of Drake or seeing Superman bleed. Like you want to see the king get humbled more than they are Kendrick fans. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. I wish I could open my Spotify. I have never played a Kendrick song as much as I've played Not Like Us and Euphoria. That says a lot. Like, if you look at my play count on those, I've never played no Kendrick song as much as that. Like, nigga, I get Kendricked out. Nigga, all that pro-black wokeness bullshit, nigga. I do a good power 10 minutes, 20 minutes of that, and I'm good for the week, nigga. It's like going to church. You go to church, you're like, all right, I'm good for the rest of the week. I'll catch y'all niggas next week. You play, for me, I play Kendrick for 20 minutes. Don't say to me, hey, all of that like humble shit. We ain't listen to that on the daily. Hell nah. Nah. I listen to that real quick. I feel like I'm on my, my Wakanda Black Panther. You know what I mean? Like, we gonna be all right, wave. You know what I mean? Fuck them niggas who did that to George Floyd. You know what I mean? Shout. You know what I mean? I can't believe they did that to Mike Brown. And then after that, I'm like, where the bitches at? And I cut that shit off. I don't know about y'all niggas. I listen to Kendrick like he church. All right, you know when you in church, all right, cool. You don't read the Bible no other time. You show up to you show up to church, you like Psalms 24, like you reading and shit. You don't read that shit no other time. That's how I treat Kendrick's music. This is the first time I've bumped Kendrick music. I've probably listened every day for the last month. Because, yeah, these songs are catchy. And I'll go back and catch some shit. Yeah. But on a regular circumstance, I do not listen to this. Yo, I listen to this nigga. Yo, I remember, which by the way, I was even being objective then. Remember when that nigga dropped To Pimp a Butterfly? I said that album had one of the least replay value of all time. But critically, one of the best albums. It's an amazing album if we're just analyzing, okay, bars, content, the technical aspects of shit's great. Am I gonna listen to that shit over and over again? Hell no. Nigga, after I listened to that shit once, I think I did a review on it on YouTube. I said, all right, yeah, I'm not gonna listen to this shit for the next 5 years. Yeah. A lot of his music is that for me. For me. I don't know about for you. For me. Now, Damn is different. And by the way, I'm also, you know, I hate when fans think they're gangbangers. They be like, yo, you can't like Kendrick now. Shut up. I like music. Now, I do think if I'm supposed to go off that little intro snippet that's on Not Like Us video, I do think that I think he might be going back to that sound that is kind of more reminiscent of what he did with Damn, that's palatable, that is lyrical but also catchy, that people could replay more. You know what I mean? When he's in that back, I love it. Because listen, I don't want to listen to a nigga who sounds like he's just rapping a Dr. Umar speech. Like, I'm like, Jesus Christ. Make it a little catchy. Like, since like we're doing music here, people. Like, this ain't a fucking TED Talk. So you could get all lyrical miracle all you want. You could talk about all this pro-black woke shit, but at least have it with a bop to it. That's all I'm saying. Now, if I'm hearing this snippet that was on the Not Like Us remix, kind of got a little bop to it. So he probably is going back to that style, which I would, I would listen to Kendrick more if he does that. But if he drops some shit like, y'all remember that album? Put like this, and I know some of y'all be lying too. Everybody act like yo. Y'all remember a couple years ago when y'all remember a couple years ago when when Golden State first start winning. I guess maybe like 10 years ago at this point, right? When Golden State first started winning, all of a sudden niggas just popped out the blue. Yo, I've liked Golden State since Jason Richardson was here. Yo, I've always liked I'm Golden State. What the fuck? Where y'all niggas come from? Like, what the fuck? Like, these diehard Kendrick fans, I'm like, nigga, where the fuck y'all niggas come from? Now, I know there's some diehard Kendrick fans, but like everybody act like, nigga, half of these Kendrick fans, ask them to name, well, first, I don't even think there's track titles for this shit. Ask them if they've even heard this motherfucking album. Look, Kendrick dropped an album with a bunch of Untitled 1, Untitled 2. Y'all don't know how none of these songs sound. You know why? Because you listened to it once and never cut it back on again. That's a fact. This is why, like, all the Kendrick fans that's coming out, like, where do y'all niggas come from? Y'all ain't been bumping his whole discography. Y'all are like me when it comes to Kendrick. We listen to Backseat Freestyle. We listen to Mad City. We listen to Swimming Pools. We listen to everything on Damn. Right? He got some cool feature verse on some joints. We listen to Family Ties. But that's it. All that other shit, like, nigga. Did y'all listen to this, bro? Y'all niggas do not. If y'all could sit here and lie to me, but don't lie to yourself. When's the last time you cut this album on? Because I'm gonna be honest, and I hate to keep putting him against Drake, but nigga, yesterday was my If Your Arena is Too Late day. Last week I was on Nothing Was the Same Crazy. I was like, damn, I nigga was snapping on that. I'm still going back to Thank Me Later. I'm still going back to So Far Gone. There's no project in this nigga. I'm like, yo, I do not listen. What the fuck is this? This is 8 tracks, no names. Did anybody? Yo? Y'all can't name me one lyric on this album. Not one. Anyway. Yo, y'all lying. Y'all can't name not one of these joints, bro. Again, don't lie to me. Just talk to yourself. Like, you could say, so To Pimp a Butterfly, I really think is probably his best album critically. But it got a bunch of shit I don't listen to either. Like, of course, we do listen to All Right. Right? King Kunta, cool. um, Blacker the Berry, but some of these other joints, I don't remember some of this shit. But again, I'm not that big of a Kendrick fan, so I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It's probably just me, right? Oh, I know Pharrell did We Gonna Be Alright. I see why he beefing with Drake. That nigga said, for Pharrell, I inherit the beef. Fuck all that pushing P. Nigga, how about you push a T? Yeah, damn is it. I've always thought, man, listen, here's how I kind of look at music. And this is for all y'all musicians who just rap like you trying to suck the air out of the fucking room. This is music, motherfucker. If you can't mix it, you're supposed to mix your message with a great sounding project. Like it's supposed to sound good and you're supposed to have some substance. So you could be rapping about like, you know what I mean, the earth, moons, and the stars all day. You might check the box of lyricism and you might check the box of content. But if the shit don't sound that palatable that niggas could play in all aspects and it feels like a chore to listen to, how good is that music? Like I'm not one of them niggas who just listen to people who just lyrically rap, be like, oh my God, this is great. No, nigga, make this shit palatable. I think the greats know how to make shit palatable. And I think, by the way, Kendrick's a great. He's a great. And that's why I think when he got to Damn was like, you know, obviously it's his best album commercially. Like a phenomenal project. Wait, Top Dog is listed as production credits? Wait, Top Dog made beats? How the fuck is Top Dog the producer on this? This? He probably just getting his publishing points. I don't know. Why the fuck is Top Dog? Does Top Dog make beats? Let me see. I don't think so. I thought it was a hood nigga that was old. Top Dog. How the hell is Top Dog producer? Is he a producer? Maybe he's a producer. Oh, he is a record producer. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought he was just a street nigga. Oh. I never knew Top Dog cooked up beats. Oh, somebody said that's how I met Kendrick. Nigga, I don't know the fucking story. The hell? Oh, I didn't know that Top Dog. All right. So he's kind of like DJ Drama with Uzi, you know, or like, well, Don Cannon. You know, Don Cannon used to produce like some of them early joints for Uzi. Okay. All right. Anyway, I like Damn. Damn is a really nice record. If he comes to something like this, I can see me bumping it. But if he comes to some untitled, unmastered shit, cut that fuckery off. Do not want to hear that. All right, okay. Okay, so back to this once again. I know I'm a little scatterbrained, but all I was just saying, both could be true. Is Kendrick's buzz with the song, especially Not Like Us, organic? Yes. Did they probably fake some streams? I'm not. And by the way, this is why I don't like mention the artist, because I don't think Kendrick himself is saying let's fake the streams. He has a team around him. He has a team around him that is really smart, right? And yeah, you could have fake streams. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. You see, let me not use like let me use. Okay, yeah, let me use Post Malone. Good, perfect. Like Post Malone, like White Iverson. Now I don't know it for a fact, but I'm pretty sure some of those streams were faked. That's how it goes, motherfucker. I'm trying to tell you how it shit works. Now, is that song a fucking smash hit? Yes. But maybe did they fake some streams in it? Yes. Both could be true. Sometimes they're just trying to jumpstart a song. It is what it is, right? Okay. Frank, you're a liar, Frank. He says, the hard part 6 is Drake's equivalent to King Combs' Pick a Side. Both age like milk. Okay. You're saying it age badly. All right. You're not saying it's trash, though. He also said, how come you never said MGK's Rap Devil dislikes were botted? That had over 1.5 million dislikes, but Drake is botted. People are more likely to dislike a diss if a diss is bad compared to a mid song. Well, Frank, here's the difference. We all acknowledge that MGK was going up against a guy who was probably 10 times as popular, who had a fan base that was really strong, right? When it came to Drake and Kendrick, Drake is even still more popular, but that doesn't even matter. Again, it's a trajectory of how the dislikes were given. All the dislikes came in a week. And then after the week, we didn't see much dislikes. It looks like some manipulation, but who cares? Well, well. Oh, what's the dirt is up? What's up, brother? You said you've been in the center of this beef from the beginning, like literally directly in the middle of it. They're gonna use everything you say against you, brother. No, what's the dirt? They're not using against me because no matter what, I'm in the narrative. Like I always say, this is a media personality. That's why, like at this point, if y'all have realized, I no longer go back and forth with media personalities. I'm only beefing with rappers. You know what I mean? So a rapper could really get a back and forth with me. Like I'm good off of going back and forth with media personalities. Like I've graduated from them. I'm sorry. Now, I'm not losing. It helps me anytime I'm in a conversation, but I feel bad for Drake because the way Kendrick positioned me, pause, everything I say that is either critical of Drake, they use against Drake, and anything I say that is complimentary of Kendrick, they use against Drake. They're using me doing my job against Drake. So it's not like someone. I think someone hit me recently and they said, "Yo, the media is making it seem like you're the biggest detractor from Drake at this point just because you're giving honest critique." Yeah, I don't like nobody going to that. Though I'm gonna keep saying it. The white party is a colonizer party. It's a Michael Rubin party. It's a colonizer party. I don't like that party. Lil Baby sold his soul. Meek Miller's getting donkey. I don't like the party. I'm sorry. I don't like it. I only see bad vibes. It gives me glorified slave auction vibes. I don't care. Whether Drake is there or not there, anytime you hear me comment on that motherfucking party, I'm going to always ask, why are all these fucking Negroes who don't do business with this guy running to the Hamptons to dress up in white and flaunt around like some glorified slaves? I'm always going to ask that question. Then I'm going to ask why every time we see these motherfuckers from that party, it always emanates with some emasculating overtones of some shit that kind of make you feel like you're in Django. That doesn't sit right. You don't even hear me say that about the brunch. I'm sorry, the brunch never gave the undertones of that. This white party shit, I don't like it. And that's what I'm saying. I don't like that party already. But then when I see Drake in the moment that I'm like, this is a read your room moment. Yeah, of course I'm gonna give that. So I'm giving an honest opinion, and everybody take that opinion and be like, oh, he's coming around. He's coming to the Kendrick side. No, I don't like the party. I'm wondering why well, I understand why Lil Baby's there. You know why Lil Baby's there? Because he's getting a fucking check from the guy. And by the way, I actually, I've said this about Lil Baby. I talked about it for a year. I said Lil Baby did a deal with Fanatics. Michael Rubin owned Fanatics. He made even some corny song, which is an ad for Fanatics. And I said, bro, what you gain in little money, and I'm saying little money even though I know it's big money because the guy's a billionaire. Whatever you got from the billionaire is a lot of money. But what I'm saying is you torpedoed your own career and your own image. Everybody looks at you weird because of the reverse Oreo hug. They're looking at you not like what you're making. The image you're making money off is some gangster nigga from Atlanta. And then you torpedo that just for a check? Why would you do that? Said the same with Meek Mill. Bro, you've been portraying you're just some ultimate tough guy from Philly with nappy braids. You're bunny hopping for the white man now. You don't realize you're killing your own image? There's nothing that's positive I've seen. I've never seen that party help bolster somebody's image. That's a problem to me. How the fuck do we have, again, and I'm not saying they're probably networking opportunities, all type of shit like that. That party has never came out good on a positive PR for nobody. Oh, look at some cool shit they're doing. It's always came out with degrading pictures. I ain't even gonna lie to you, and this is another reason why I'll be asking, why do you go there? Like, look, put it like this. And this is what I'm talking about, reading the room. Bro, Michael Rubin, he posts these pictures. Bro, he don't even give a fuck about the people. This is the only picture you could find of Drake where Drake looks old and worn out. The nigga don't even care to realize this is probably the time you shouldn't post the picture of Drake looking a little tired. And he's probably not tired because of everything going on. The nigga's drinking his little spritzer or whatever he got in his hand. He posts this picture as onto the narrative. That's why I'm going to keep saying there's nothing ever positive that comes out from this party. Nothing ever. You know why? And by the way, you know why this nigga probably posted it? He looks fine. He's like, oh, fuck what Drake look like. Every other picture you've seen, and even the pictures you've seen Drake put up to his own Instagram, Drake not posting this. Yeah, because Drake look like his pops and tired. You get what I'm saying? So I've always said this white man party, the colonizer party, right? That seems only self-serving for Michael Rubin. Why are rappers going there to parade themselves like a glorified slave auction? I'm just confused. We've never seen an unflattering image of, like, who the fuck is this guy? These old white guys and the other white guys you see, they've never looked in weird positions or look like they're being emasculated. Never. When it comes to rappers and athletes, it looks like that. And niggas want to say there's not rituals. Why does it always look like that for especially rappers or athletes of color? Look, the same thing with Wayne. Wayne looked like he's fresh out of a casket. You think he gave a fuck? I'm pretty sure there's other pictures of Wayne looking a little bit better. He didn't give a fuck. Give me the fresh face casket Wayne. Do I look good in that picture? All right, Photoshop my face, fuck him. Yes, I'm sorry. So I don't like this party. Like, again, I don't like that niggas who all claim they're bosses run to get around a guy who they think is a bigger boss because he's a billionaire, and then they completely torpedo their image, everything they claim to stand for. Meek Mill will tell you that he'll knock a nigga off if they say he's gay because people are making jokes about him and the Diddy shit. But you and Michael Rubin is fucking snuggling on a private jet, and the nigga say, yo, I'm about to give you a hug. You don't think you're not about to knock him off? So he could make you look as gay as he want. But if other people make random jokes, you're upset. You see why people feel like something's up with this type of event? Do y'all get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not crazy here. It feels like all these rappers who they stand on business, they stand on principle. Niggas don't play with them. Niggas will never play with me. They know I give it up on Zone 6. They know on the dead hope. That's how these rappers talk. But when you see them at the white party, it looks like the opposite. That's all I'm saying. So that's why I question why rappers. I don't even mind the athletes because, by the way, he used to own part of the 76ers. And by the way, have y'all watched they put out this, I think it was on Hulu or whatever, or was it on Netflix? It's about George Sterling, Donald Sterling. Like they did like a little series about like the whole thing. And yeah, like there's always an undertone of owners of teams kind of looking at the players as fucking, slaves. You know what I mean? Come on, like it's all white owners and majority black players when it comes to NBA. So I mean, I don't really give two fucks about that because that's kind of built into their league. When I see the rappers, I just can't see why the rappers are over there. You get what I mean? Because all of the rappers, when they're talking tough, they're always talking about niggas don't play with them. And every time I see a rapper at a white party, they're getting played with. Every time I see a rapper at a white party, they're getting played with. The pictures got y'all looking goofy. Y'all looking stupid. Y'all looking gay. Y'all looking everything but what you've been saying your whole career. I've never seen a picture from any of these gangster rappers where they're looking thugged out at the white party. They all look like they're ready to go get somebody to suck on their gooch. I'm sorry. It just looks weird. So I personally just don't like this party. And also, maybe I'm being a little bit facetious, or not facetious, but cynical. Because I think this dude know who to play with. I never seen Jay-Z looking goofy there. You ain't gonna play with Jay like you don't play with the rest of them. You could play with a nigga like, Meek and Baby. But anytime I see him around Jay, but Jay's probably somebody who he wants as a business partner. He's a respected person. I don't ever see Jay looking goofy. But the rest of these niggas, they be looking good. And also, I'm going to be honest with you, I also try to look at the synergy. You know what I mean? Let me not even get into it, man. Like, y'all know what I'm talking about, bro. It just looks like these rappers, at the end of the day, they're still always glorified niggas that would sell their ass for a piece of coin. I go to the Super Bowl, I see Meek Mill making Michael Rubin a coffee up in a skybox, and I see Lil Baby over here. He look like he ready to bunny hop. All y'all niggas talk all of this money shit, and then when you get around a nigga that got more money, you become exactly who you are at your core. The guy who will bunny hop, who will lap dance, who will do anything for the coin, and that's what this party represents. It's a glorified slave auction where people, and let me just give y'all this, nothing wrong with networking, but no matter how much you party with Michael Rubin, no matter how much you snuggle with him on his jet, no matter how much you sit with him in his suite, you ain't gonna become rich as Michael Rubin. And nothing wrong with the association, but you should also know if your brand is looking compromised, you're probably hurting. Like if unfortunately, I gotta talk to Meek Mill and Lil Baby like there's some thoughts. Brothers, I know. First of all, y'all would never let no black man play with y'all like how Michael Rubin plays with y'all. How about you put some boundaries? You know you're talking to a man and you gotta talk to him like a girl. Maybe you should have some boundaries. No, we're not doing naked chest hugs. No, we're not doing the reverse Oreo. No, you're not gonna make these type of jokes about me and my masculinity. Yes. Yeah, how about you brothers have some standards and have some motherfucking put up some boundaries with this white man, because I guarantee another black man can't say none of this shit to y'all. That's all I'm saying. Put up some boundaries. Hey, when we hang out, we equals. I don't want you asking me to fetch coffee, bunny hopping. I don't want you to be making like deprecating jokes. Like, no, we homies. That's it. Cut it out. Put little boundaries up, because y'all be coming off like thoughts. It's like the thought that came over from getting the gangbang ran on him and be like, damn, you gotta have some boundaries and some self-respect. That's how we talking to the rappers when they get around this white guy. I don't know what it is. Everybody else they're around, they're super tough. I wish a nigga would. Like, you could tell when these niggas around Michael Rubin, he probably slapped them on the ass. Good performance, Meek. What the fuck? The fuck? This nigga slap my ass? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's my only thing. Have some boundaries and self-respect, guys. If you're going to whore yourself out for money, it is fine. But remember that your image is also is what you're selling. That's all. That's all. Okay. Am I wilding? Now, yes. So back to this. Nigga. I'm pretty sure Drake wouldn't have posted this picture up, but Mike Rubin's like, fuck it, nigga. Who gives a fuck about Drake? You know what I mean? And that's kind of how I be looking at half of this shit. Michael Rubin to me has proven that you could buy culture. That's what I realized. I'm like, well, if you could purchase culture, like, let me break down some of the science behind this. Michael Rubin owns this company called Fanatics. He needs culture to sell it and make it popular. He's given a shit ton of money to Travis Scott, Lil Baby, Meek probably got some, and some back rubs. And they are the people, and I always say this. Every time I see Robert Kraft hanging out with the Migos or black people, it feels cringy. But, like, with all due respect, Robert Kraft looked like the person that if we based a movie in the 1800s, this is the nigga we're trying to run away from. Kunta almost got away until Robert Kraft caught him. What's your name, nigga? That's all I see. I'm sorry. And don't tell me, oh, nigga, how could you think that about him? He owned the Patriots and they get up. Come on. Come on now. When I see an 80-year-old white man looking like this, hanging out with some Negroes, I know when he get home, real talk, I know when he get home, his wife be like, weren't you hanging with them Negroes earlier? Go take a shower before you come into bed. Maybe I'm just thinking wrong. I could be wrong. There is no synergy between this guy and a bunch of rappers. None. Come on. That's all I'm saying, people. So, again, I realize that culture could be bought. And by the way, you know how he bought into culture? When the Patriots kept winning, they would throw a few coins and pennies to hip hop. Yo, we're doing the Super Bowl party, like the private party. We want the Migos to perform. We want this person to perform because that is part of the culture of what, they play these songs in the stadium and shit. Like, let's get these niggas to perform. These guys show up. All these tough rappers show up in loafers, suited and booted. They act mad different around these niggas. And then I think these guys realize, okay, well, if we got him coming to perform at these private parties, oh, how much do y'all usually get paid? Y'all usually get paid 100,000? That's it? Nigga, take 200. You know rappers are ready. They're ready to sell their soul and their booty hole. Oh my God. This nigga doubling my wage. Oh my God. This is my real homie right here. I love you. I love you, Robert Kraft. Then the smartest thing ever. Put it like this. For how much I've seen niggas like Travis Scott, Meek Mill, and what's the other nigga name? Lil Baby hang with Michael Rubin. All right, let me give an example. When Jay-Z got Tidal, for him to get black people to be like other black celebrities to be like, oh no, we're with this, he had to make them co-owners. When the white man gets something, first of all, he don't fuck with y'all already. He give y'all the smallest endorsement fee that y'all probably think is a lot. Y'all don't own Fanatics. Like, let's see who own Fanatics. Now, one of these niggas. Which, by the way, again, that's the reason for, you know what I mean? I could tell why, bro, they don't want to hang out with no fucking rappers and athletes. The dude has a company going on. He's trying to build this company. He invested mad amount of bread into it. So these parties and some of these endorsements that these guys are getting paid from, and I'm not trying to say niggas shouldn't go get their money, but these niggas be, sometimes I feel like, okay, and last point, because I don't want to keep dragging this. This Michael Rubin white party shit gives me the same vibes of, you know how people will show up to like an event that's kind of like a black event and they're like, oh, I gotta come to this shit. They show up to the event that is not of their culture and they feel mad esteemed to be there. Like, oh my God, they're dressing different, talking different. Like, nigga, you're from Zone 6 Atlanta, nigga. You from Memphis, nigga, you don't even know how to say music. You say music. And you're here. Yo, I guarantee Glorilla was there speaking perfect fucking English, nigga. Enunciating like a motherfucker. She was probably there like sounding like a scholar. You ever seen people's code switch? You be like, wait, you talk like that to niggas, but look how you talking to my... That's all I'm saying. All right. Why I keep saying something happened to Young and Ace? Young and Ace is fine. All right, I'm done with my little spiel. What else? Let me see what else is going on. Let's go to Say Cheese. Okay. See what's going on now. Sexy Red is denying that her tour is on the verge of being canceled to low ticket sales. They plain dirty paying pages spreading fakes news to discourage my fans from buying tickets. So I did my touring deal with a black promoter, own company, AG Entertainment. If y'all watch me, y'all remember that name? Okay. And now they playing dirty with pages spreading fake news to discourage my fans from buying tickets. All right, cool. This is how they do when you try to go with an independent promoter and the bigger companies try to sabotage you. We not canceling shit. Art of Dialogue says Sexy Red Tour is reportedly on the verge of being canceled. Only 37.11% of the tickets have been sold. It says my fans are buying tickets. We're doing fine. We're not canceling this tour. And This is what touring data says. This came from touring data, so this is accurate. So pretty much 37, about 40% of her tickets have been sold out. Okay. Now, let me explain another thing. And this is why when I try to have music conversation with y'all, I keep saying we're nuanced. This is half of the music business. Hey, if y'all ever want to get into the music business, or if y'all ever want to benefit or do ancillary business that has to do with the music business, you should just understand this main principle. This is what I was saying about the bots. Yes, Drake and Kendrick are the biggest thing in the world, but these ideas that I'm talking about are bigger than them. The music business is, you're going to see the same thing happen over and over and over and over and over again. All right? What's happening here? Let me give you an explanation. So Sexy Red announced a tour. Now, let me tell you from what I've known, and I haven't really even done usually I do my little call around to the industry and get more info, but I already know what this is. So Sexy Red has had a very alternative career. Let me explain to y'all. Sexy Red, you see, what label Sexy Red on? Let's figure this out. Sexy Red, well, it says Gamma. Oh, I didn't know she was on Gamma. Okay. All right. She was independent for a while, right? She was independent for a while. Now we hear she's on Gamma. All right, cool. Now, let me break down a few things. Sexy Red came out the gate and didn't want to be like the regular artist. She didn't want to sign to the big major. She didn't want that. Also, what helped her is that she had organic, like she had a, remember when Pound Town dropped? She had an organic, by the way, I think one of these labels is owned by Take Keith. Maybe it's Open Shift. So I think Take Keith got some type of, let me check. Shift record label. No, I said, is that a distro? Yeah, never mind. That's a distro. That's a dis. No, that's not a distro. Oh, it is a distro. I think Take Heath got some percentage on her though, regardless. Anyway, let me make my point. Here's the point I'm making. So follow me here. Sexy Red, and I'm gonna use another artist too. Sexy Red is kind of like Central C. Central C. Let me tell you the thing about Central C. So when you're a artist, especially if you're a UK artist, what a lot of people do is that they'll have their distribution rights in the UK, and then they'll leave it open that they could sign another deal if their music becomes big in the US. You get what I'm saying? Why? 2 bags, whatever. You get people incentivized to push you. Great. If you're a UK artist, you want to get, in bigger markets. Here's the thing about Central C, and this is what I heard talking to the people, behind the scenes. They said Central C didn't really sign a deal at first. So Central C kind of blew up. Didn't really have a deal, and then was trying to get a $20 million deal if he was going to do a deal. However, along with him trying to get a deal, his music just kept getting hotter and hotter. Now, he probably has a deal at this point, but from what I hear, the labels and buildings he was talking to, he was unwilling to give up shit. He was going to get pretty much what we would now say is the 21 Savage deal. So 21 Savage, when he first signed to Epic, he had so much leverage because he already had a project that was damn near certified. It did so many, and it did it independently. The label couldn't really ask him for any of his shit. So they pretty much was like, all right, we'll just distribute you. Central C, and the reason why I'm using Central C is it shows you how much leverage matters. I don't know if he's in a deal now or not, but from what I've heard, the amount of money that people were trying to throw around to get him is exorbitant. And also, he had the leverage where they wouldn't own none of his shit. He would have still owned all of his shit because he has leverage. Sexy Red is kind of like that. If you're an artist, you want to get hot before your deal. You don't want to have the label take all the credit for getting you hot. Now, sometimes you could parlay a single into a bigger thing, but Sexy Red did kind of that. From the single Pound Town and then the viral social media aspect of it, she got the right team around her to start marketing her without a big budget. Remember, I keep telling y'all, the guy behind all the digital shit for her is a guy that used to work at World Star, Jay. He's the guy who is crafting. You ever see like these amazing, like even the Chief Keef thing? He's the guy doing it. Now, let me tell you why that's worth a lot. An artist like Sexy Red, it like when it comes to digital marketing, it could be over and up to $1 million or millions of dollars to try to keep that brand, constantly growing, keep marketing it, this, that, and third. Sexy Red, like a 6ix9ine, has gotten it for marginal amount of the price, almost damn near nothing. She knows how to manipulate social media and media outlets to post her for free. So again, she's someone came in the game, has some association with the biggest artist in the world, Drake. Didn't really sign like some crazy deal yet, and also use the internet to fuel her shit so crazy. Now, I know you're probably saying, "Ak, what the fuck? What you're saying got to do with this?" The mentality behind her team is not to accept the big bag just for the easiest path. Her mentality, and again, I don't know if it's her, but it's definitely her team. Yo, we think we're smart enough. We're going to get the bigger bag by owning more and doing things as independently as we can. Okay, let's get to this. So, when any artist comes in the game, the biggest touring company is going to be Live Nation. Live Nation is going to try to have a deal with an artist. Hey, we're going to give you a tour deal. We want you to do 80 cities, all our venues, this amount. We're going to promote your shows. Trust me, they're going to be sold out. Trust me, Live Nation, they're not gambling. If they give you the deal, they're going to make sure that shit is filled. However, you have to realize, and just to give you an idea of like how this works and why Live Nation is like, I think this got, it's actually Ticketmaster. Live Nation's almost, they kind of have like a monopoly hold on a lot of shit. Technically they don't, because even though they own some of the venues, I forgot who did like some arbitration that said there is competition in the market, so they're not a monopoly. Anyway, Live Nation is gonna lowball you though. They're gonna, I don't know, Sexy Red should at least be getting 100 to 150,000 for a show. Now, Live Nation might say we're giving you 80. Now, keep in mind, when you're a Live Nation, you can say that. Not only we're gonna give you 80, we own the door, we own the liquor, we own the concession stands, we own the parking, we own everything with it. So we're probably making a nice 8x off of what what we're paying you. We're making 8x of that, and we're playing with house money. We can't lose. We just can't lose. Now, what a lot of artists, especially if they feel like they have a close team around them, is doing, they're listening to other promoters. So we talked about this company before, AG Entertainment. They're coming with bigger bags. Hey, how much Live Nation giving you? Oh, 80? Yo, we're going to give you 170 per show. Or 150, whatever, right? Most artists are going to turn it down because you don't want to say no to Live Nation, right? When you say no to Live Nation, wait, what are y'all talking about? When you say no to Live Nation, it's like you're saying no to the machine. So people, a lot of people just want to be on the Ferris wheel and just want to be in the game more than they want to change the game or own their shit. Like, what I mean? If you ever wonder why some of these guys don't go independent, like it takes a lot. Anyway, long story short, Live Nation is beefing with AG Entertainment. Anytime they go for a bidding war on an artist that picks AG Entertainment, you always see slanderous shit. For example, when Lil Baby went with AG Entertainment and did a show, again, reportedly, actually not even reportedly, I got the real numbers because I talked to the niggas. They gave Baby $1 million per show. Live Nation wouldn't give him more than $250,000. No, 750,000. If you an artist, a lot of artists are gonna say, well, I'm gonna rather go with a bigger company. They're gonna do all the promotion. I want to get in bed with them because also when you're cool with Live Nation, they're just gonna add you on to. It's just mad money. Like so even if you're like, well, I'm taking less than I feel like I deserve, they're gonna add you on to different shows for certain festivals that they're partners, and I think they're a partner with like Rolling Loud. Like you're automatically gonna be in that. But some artists are like, nah, I'm gonna go a different route. They're not gonna like that. They didn't like it when Lil Baby did it. By the way, even though I take credit, I'll take a lot of credit for clowning the shit out of Baby after he dissed me. Part of the sauce or whatever that has been descended on Baby about him not being as hot anymore also comes from him crossing Live Nation. Trust me. This is what you as a fan, and I would imagine if you watch my streams, I want smart fans. I want smart audience people. I want you to think about shit outside of what you see. Live Nation probably realized that Lil Baby turned down a $20 million deal with him. The arrogance of this motherfucking Negro. Okay, we're going to humble him. Not only we're going to put out, we're going to put through our little, they have their ways. We're going to put out that his tour is unsuccessful. How about we put that his career ain't going good? The next time when Lil Baby's about to tour, what he's going to do? He ain't going to go with a third-party independent promoter no more. He's going to go to Live Nation. And remember I said they offered him like $750? They're going to look at him and say, $400 for you, nigga. You learned your fucking lesson. $400. You need to get back hot. We gonna put you in these venues. We're gonna promote it the right way. $400 for you, bitch. That's how it works. So that's what's happened to Sexy Red. Sexy Red probably got offered more money. Went with AG Entertainment. Live Nation's like, word? You think you could get around us? You think you could fuck with? You think you could still cop from this block and it's not mine? Exactly. So here's the reality of it. And let me break down touring slightly. Artists like Sexy Red, Moneybagg Yo, they aren't huge ticket sellers on pre-sales and shit like that. Who's Sexy Red's audience? Ratchet bitches, baby mamas, whores, degenerates. When you see 40% sold, these are pre-sold tickets. For every artist, other than the ones who have sold out shows, like every show is sold out, they usually expect about 30 to 35% of their tickets to be sold at the gate. You know why? Yo, people don't like a lot of times people don't have a lot of money to be like, I'm gonna commit to buying a Sexy Red concert ticket for next month. So they'll wait till it's the day of. They'll be like, oh, that's the wave for today. All right, I'm gonna go buy it today. So I know 37% seems low, but it's Sexy Red. You got to think about the artist. It's the same thing with a Dirk. You're gonna have walk ups. That's gonna take up for a lot of percentage. And as when you get closer to the show, because their fan base don't have a lot of disposable income, so the tour doesn't get sold out when it's 3 months out. As soon as it gets announced, yeah, the shows kind of get sold out when, oh, she about to be in town this week. All right, people now start buying. So again, I agree with Sexy Red. I don't think her tour is going to be a failure. And by the way, we learned with the Baby thing, they did cancel some dates, but Baby's tour was kind of successful. So, and by the way, if you're wondering why does, I'm not saying touring data is getting paid, but it's they know the narrative that this comes with, right? They know the narrative. Just let y'all know, people ain't buying the tickets. Which, by the way, 6.8 K capacity on average. Do I see Sexy Red being able to sell 6,500 tickets most cities? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. She'll probably bring people out. Yeah. So I agree with her. But what she's learning is that, you know, her way of the music business is going to come with resistance. When you're going around major labels and you're going around major marketing teams, like what I mean going around, like you're not, like it's like a checklist. Everybody got to get their money. When you're gaming the system has to make an example out of you. Oh, word, you're not gonna come over here and bust this money down with us? Oh, you're just trying to get it for yourself. All right, we got you. We got you. Oh, you're not gonna come to Live Nation? You going over there? Okay, we got you. Let's start putting shit out. So I agree with her. Let's wait and see. Until we start seeing these concerts that nobody show up, I'm not believing this yet. Her tour was announced like about a week and a half ago. 40% being sold. I think that's okay. All right. Oh my God. YNW Melly's new trial date is set for September 10th, 2025. Y'all know he got locked up in like 20. When did he go to jail? When did YNW Melly go to jail? He went to jail in 2019. Jesus Christ, he's been locked up for 5 years, and he got to wait another year? Here we go. Hold on.
Court today, him and Bort, they both had court.
By the way, this is his mom's right here.
And so basically, the judge put a new trial date in.
By the way, I know this is wild and inappropriate, but I gotta ask chat. Yeah, I know she had started the OnlyFans. Has anybody checked it out? Is this shit? Melly, don't do me like Sack Chaser, bro. But
In for September 10th of 2025. Please make it make sense. We still have, I think, 3 or 4 more things up on appeal with the 4th DCA. So we're still kind of like in a stay. And so we got to get things. I don't know. At this point, they need to just dismiss the case. Also, we have another new judge. So this is now the 3rd judge on the same case that's had a mistrial. And a prosecutor recused. The same prosecutor was actually in the courtroom today. We did have court today, him and Bort, they both had court. And so basically, the judge put a new trial date in for September 10th of 2025. Okay. Please make it make sense.
All right, so essentially, he won't be going to trial for another year. Speaking with Bradford Cohen, he said it's good news for YNW Melly because after the mistrial, he says his legal team right now is doing all the things now to try to make sure that we don't have a shit show of a trial again, but they're doing things that is giving good hope that possibly could beat it. Now, granted, they're coming at YNW Melly with a lot of hard facts, right? Like they're coming with him with, yo, we triangulated your position, yo, we have this type of evidence. Blood splatter means the person shot wasn't sitting in this position. The only person we have on camera getting in is from this position is you. Obviously his team is trying to throw out things like, yo, you called your girl and basically told her what happened and the mom heard. They're trying to throw out those things and try to make sure that they don't have witnesses who are either going to be hostile that have to get on the stand, or some of these things are inadmissible. Remember his there were a couple of people who try to go ghost for the whole trial. We're gonna see if that works out, but you know, if you ask me, and just to let y'all know, when it comes to these cases, after the Tory case, I'm trying to be more realistic with y'all. I think Melly has a 20% chance of beating this case, so 1/5. Like I know y'all love these artists. I love YNW Melly too. Trust me. I talked to when he was in jail. He sung me a whole fucking album. Like I was like, how the fuck this nigga remembered all these lyrics? Like he wrote it in there too. So it's not like I want these guys to go to jail, but I'm not gonna give you false hope. I think he has about 20%. Now here's the thing. I think he had a 10% chance when he went in last time. I think it was a 10% chance, but they finessed it and it worked to their favor. So 20%. I think it's an increased possibility, and let's see. All right. Shakur Stevenson believes that people who walked out of his fight. Wait, people walked out of his fight? Wait, Wait, did people walk out? No way.
has defeated Artem Hartunian but failed to make a strong statement, and people actually started leaving. The first 3 rounds of the fight was quite lackluster, with Shakur giving the audience a little bit of deja vu from his previous fight against Edwin De Los Santos. Despite Artem looking like he was throwing a lot of punches and Shakur not really doing much, it was actually Shakur that was landing the cleaner ones. So it was definitely volume versus precision. Also, side note, the commentators sure do love Shakur Stevenson. Throughout the evening, all they did was glaze Shakur and pimp the hell out of him, saying that all these people talking trash about Shakur, their favorite fighter is actually avoiding Shakur, and that is simply why those fights are not happening. By the 7th round, Shakur Stevenson continues to prove that he intends to stick with the original game plan, which is to hit and not get hit. Not the most exciting strategy for the casual viewers, but technically that is how you protect yourself from being hurt. By round 11, the crowd started booing due to the lack of action, and before the final round, people started leaving. Shakur Stevenson has defeated Artem Hartunian but failed to make a strong statement, and people actually Shakur Stevenson has defeated Artem Hartunian but failed to make a strong statement, and people actually
Wait, people just walked out as he's coming out? What the fuck? All right. Interesting. All right. Anyway, I don't like. I'm gonna be honest with you. Respectfully to Shakur Stevenson, like I don't believe him. I mean, I don't think he got nothing for Tank, and I don't think he's that exciting of a fighter. Now the walking out shit, I don't know what that's about, truthfully. But yeah, I don't even think he's in the same league as Tank at this moment. All right, anyway. Fulio has gained 600 monthly listeners on Spotify since his death. What the fuck? Did y'all see his funeral? Which I don't even know why they even showed where he's buried. Like, Young and Ace and his niggas are gonna shoot videos at his gravesite. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. Being the parent of a gangster rapper or a guy who does drill who's probably made fun of other people's deaths, you gotta I mean, I think good thing they've hidden where King Von is buried, right? Like King Von's family did a good job. Like you can't find where King Von is buried. Because if niggas knew where King Von was buried at, for as much as he was clowning Duck, oh my God. Anyway, there was a lot of videos going around kind of showcasing Fulio's, funeral. And for the people who do think he's dead, rest assured. No, do think he's alive. Rest assured he's dead. So this is, I guess, they're moving.
Dead in the worst way. Damn. He kept dissing on me. What happened? Now we smoking 23. You always on my mind. Always on my mind. When I ride through the east side, I wanna see you.
Yeah. So I guess they're burying him here. How does this work? Do they just put the casket in the wall and just like leave it there? What the fuck? Okay. Anyway, there was a bunch of videos that kind of came out about like his funeral, and I'm not even gonna lie to you. There was also like a casket view, which was kind of like odd, and I'm hoping I don't even want to show it honestly, so I'm hoping that it's not being seen. Hold on. This was videos from the funeral.
Casket. Yo.
It's a very colorful casket though. For sure.
That's Julio Fulio's casket, bro. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
It do look like the family sent him out in style though.
This is crazy. This is crazy. Dog. This is Julio Fulio's casket. Holy crap, the horses gotta be calm.
They were turning up at the funeral. I was looking at certain people. I didn't know who some of them were. I thought it was gonna be, yeah. There's a video where they show part of his body, they show part of his body, but like his feet are crossed, which is like. Yo, are people just lying? It said the girl who dropped his location got murdered the morning of his funeral. All right, come on, stop it. I saw his girlfriend. So his girlfriend, 1 second. His girlfriend was like having a blast. His girlfriend was having a blast. This is. Yeah, so she was at the funeral singing, which, by the way, I'm like, it's crazy. There's like lack of self-awareness here. If your boyfriend died and he died 2 days after his birthday while he was celebrating his birthday. I don't know while burying him you want to sing "Went out to eat on his birthday" but this is some ratchet hood shit. And I'm gonna be honest with you, this is when I realized I'm like, I feel like these people, they're not even fazed by death. Like, I ain't really see nobody really mourning. It's like everybody kind of understood, like, it's part of the game. The last funeral I was at, nigga, oh, you so snot bubbles. Like, I'm crying like a motherfucker. All these motherfuckers is turning up.
Birthday, 4 shot, 3 dead in the worst way. He kept this in on me. Now he's smoking 23. You always 4 shot, 3 dead in the worst way. He kept this in on me. Now he's smoking 23. You always on my mind. When I ride through the east side, I wanna see you.
Or are these subliminal jabs below and the next?
Okay. So I had a bunch of that.
Y'all are. It was like, when this funeral gonna be?
Let's see if we can find it. Yeah, these are some other videos. What the fuck? Now, supposedly there was it was an open casket, and obviously people would think that if it was a really gruesome murder, or sometimes they would opt for not an open casket, like if maybe the face or the noticeable features were really fucked up. So say he got shot a lot in his face, or like it's morphed some weird way. They would probably go for no open casket. But the mere fact that there was an open casket kind of means that maybe he looked kind of similar to how he looked alive, right? Okay, so I guess this is them at the burial site. People kept talking about this guy right here. I don't know who this guy is. This one right here. But yeah, he did look hurt. And I mean, of course, he looked hurt and upset. Which, this is a funeral. I expect people to, death is really final. So when I see people just taking it in stride like nothing matters, it's confusing to me. When I see people hurt, that's kind of how you should be at a funeral, right?
Yeah. Sick.
Wait, did I just hear a sound? Or I ain't gonna lie, this Fulio shit's a little spooky, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Is there audio on this video, or am I tripping? Because this video just spooked me out just now. Is there audio on this video? Hold on.
Fuck it now, pal. What I want.
Whoa. All right, man. Let me click over this bitch, bro. I think they've trolled us so much about the nigga being alive, we almost feel like we're being haunted. I think, they've trolled us so much, I feel like we're being haunted. Yeah, you're not about to show me his casket and then have a voice that's sounding all like reverberated in the background. I'm good. I'm gonna try again.
Got in remembrance of him.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna just. There's a couple other things I think. When I went to look at the videos, I went to look at his mom. And his mother, his mother, I wanted to see how she was carrying the funeral. And, she looked like she was, more trying to, worrying about the mental health of other people that were there supporting him. And she was holding up pretty good, honestly. She was holding up pretty good. Okay, so I guess this is a casket. I hate looking at shit like this, man.
Yeah. Sick.
He not in it. Yeah, okay, bad. Woo.
Fuck it, now I'm playing with that woo. My grandma do voodoo. Magic. Fuck it, now I'm playing with that woo. We just chopped the head off a goose. Sister living proof. You can't walk a mile in my shoe.
Oh, did they spray painted? How did they get it customized?
You can't even hang with my crew. I'm just trying to get bigger. Staying independent, getting richer. I can't fall victim to the system. Lil' Foolio a killer. Homies trying to knock me out the picture. I'm just trying to take care of my sisters and provide for my brothers. If you playin' cut, then I'ma cut you. I'm heartless, I never love you. Never been a buster. If he ain't from the seats, nigga, fuck it. If Kojak got a problem, I bust. I've been thugging since the 6. I swear I ain't never had shit. It's not
Okay, all right. I can't watch too much of this. I can't watch too much of this. They said women wanted for questioning.
Want to support me, the channel. If you ain't sub to my channel, make sure you do.
Ain't this the guy who cooperated in the FBG duck shit? Why he still wearing a mask? Nigga, you already told. Nigga, unmask yourself, brother. Yo, brother, unmask yourself. It's fine. All right. Did they? Somebody said, oh no, they actually cremated him. Yeah, all right. This is spooky. I'ma just. By the way, his account is still posted. Like, I think, put like this: we posted that his funeral went down, right? And you're gonna see him in the comments, or well, not him, but like you're gonna see like the account in the comments. Like, yup. Look, I think we said rest up. He said rest up, nigga. I'm up. Let me ask y'all a question, chat. Do y'all think that these rappers have life insurance plans? This sounds crazy, but like the surest thing to do. I'm actually surprised. Well, I've heard that labels do take out life insurance on drill rappers. So it's like, you know, they'll be like, all right, the nigga died. All right, bet, let's cash out on this life insurance. Whether you want to believe that or not, that's supposedly a very true thing. I'm wondering if their families always make sure because like they have life insurance. I know it's a morbid thing to think about, but a lot of these guys look like they're racing towards a cemetery. And if they do drill, it's probably likely that they might die. Somebody was like, yo, so we not going to talk about the fact that that face behind him don't look nothing like Fulio. Yo, people ain't shit. People ain't shit. You know what somebody gonna say? Yo, don't tell me this all the little amount of money that Fulio left for his niggas. I'm like, these niggas ain't shit. People ain't shit, bro. People really not shit. Yo, they was like, yo, wait, that's it? He left for his niggas? Chat, y'all are evil. Y'all are evil. I don't know why y'all niggas talking about this nigga look like Jacquees. This do not look like Jacquees, nigga. This look like Fulio to me. This is Fulio. Yo, chat, y'all know y'all laughing, right? This is fucked up. Yo, I guess this is the program. They just got the shit that say goodbye. Yeah, this is my boy right here. He looked like I'm about to kill somebody. Man, oh man. Damn. Feel bad, man. Now, one of these guys apparently Fulio's girlfriend joined a chat with the guys who allegedly killed him.
Let me get
and was talking
cool.
shit.
Courtney,
Listen to this.
ho, and don't
Step
mute
to the
me.
side and grieve. Jump to the left
Don't
and
mute me up here.
grieve. Turn to
Courtney,
the
ho,
right
you
and
suck.
grieve.
Ho, you suck.
I don't care who I
Pussy
suck
face
the fuck.
bitch.
Grieve.
Funky ass
Go
hoe.
grieve.
Fuck you
Why
talking
you on
about pussy
spaces
ass
right now?
hoe.
Yo man just
I
died. Go
can be ho. Where you
grieve.
at, ho? Do you want to link
Go
up, ho? Cause I
grieve.
don't do
Why
all
you
that
want to link
ho. You
up?
want to link
Go
up?
grieve. What the
Where's you
hell?
at, ho? I am grieving, pussy ass hoe.
No,
And
you're
you suck
not.
that
You're
nigga
on
dick and you
live.
ain't
You're
got
on
no money.
live throwing up
And you
clips
ain't got
about
no money, ho.
singing
You
the
waited till you
wrong
got around
lyrics.
fucking carrier, ho. The one to go rap for rap, ho.
Oh,
Let's
what
get
that
them
got to
bitches
do
on
with
here.
I can't
anything?
lie.
Let's
I
just
Talking
can't
be
about
lie and say
pussy
she ain't
ass
got no
clear.
soft
money,
ass hoe.
money.
I slap your ass to the floor, ho.
We don't
Where's you
have no
at?
Damn,
money.
money, why
Where's
you
you
We
block
don't
at?
have no
me?
money.
Where's you
Oh
at,
my
ho? Cause if you
God.
fuck with them niggas, I don't
I ain't
fuck with
do
you on some
nothing to
merch.
you. What the
I don't
fuck?
care if you fuck
Oh
with them
my
niggas, I don't fuck with you.
God.
But Courtney, pussy
Man,
ass
you
hoe with
mad
Grieve.
that
about
ugly
that
ass
dead ass
baby
nigga?
dick.
Oh, shut
What you
up.
want to do
Go
with that
My
grieve.
that
ugly
bitch
ass
blocked
baby
me.
hoe?
I ain't do
Nigga,
that
you
nothing to
fucking ain't
that
even give you no
My
money, hoe.
baby ugly.
Yeah, been ugly,
Tell
bitch.
your son to spell Fulio
hoe.
right
Been
now.
ugly,
Bald head
hoe.
ass
My
hoe.
baby could spell real good. Do your
Man,
homework
tell
on it.
that nigga to
Everybody in
come
this
spell
chat commercial,
Fulio.
Hey,
hoe.
Courtney, go
Do
beat
your homework on
her
my
ass. Fuck
baby
that
and know
hoe.
how to spell, hoe.
Man,
Fuck you
fuck
Go
talking about
you. Go
grieve,
pussy ass
bitch.
grieve. Go
hoe.
grieve.
Hoe, you
Grieve.
chasing
Grieve.
content. Been grieving, hoe. That's why I
Go
want some niggas to
grieve,
die.
bruh.
You
You
ain't
not gonna
Tried to
grieving, bitch.
troll
win
you
You
shit
on
last
with
week.
here.
me.
Go
Hold
You
on,
grieve,
not
bitch.
bitch.
Don't
you
mute
not
me.
gonna win this shit with me.
Bitch,
I'm
you ain't
telling
grieving.
you.
You on here
Care. We
talking.
could do it. You burning, hoe. You had a baby
Oh
by nigga.
my
You burning, hoe.
god. Oh
Post
my
your, post your,
god. Oh
hoe.
my
Fuck
god.
you talking about,
I
hoe.
have a baby by somebody
You chasing
burning.
content, hoe.
You
Your
know who
baby
else
ugly as
burning?
fuck.
Okay, I'm
You
not gonna
pretty,
say
your
that.
baby ugly as
I'm
Julio
not
fuck.
would
gonna
not
say
want you doing
that.
this.
You
Julio
But
would
pretty,
not want you
ugly
doing this.
as fuck. You pretty, but your baby ugly as
Asian
fuck.
dolls, chill.
Hoe,
Asian
I
doll,
ain't
just
never been no Asian
chill.
doll, hoe. I was with my
Asian
nigga
doll,
K.
just
Hoe.
chill. Like it's not that
Talking about
serious.
had K
It's
shots,
not that
pussy, you
serious.
lame, get a red dot, blue a
I don't
snitch.
think none of these niggas
Oh,
Go
scared of
what's the
grieve,
other
bitch.
nobody.
Go
name?
grieve,
What's the
hoe.
other name?
Go
Damn, I can't
grieve,
think of that
bitch.
nigga name right now. That nigga a snitch. You ain't
Yo, this is so sad.
Go
daddy a snitch.
grieve. And
When you listen to a conversation like this, you realize why the violence propagates itself and it's like a cycle, right? Like, you know what I mean? You see why revenge killings and all these other things keep happening. Like, just listen to this conversation.
Oh, shut
dumb
up,
ass
ho. Do you want
hoe.
to
Go
fight? Ho, you
grieve.
always got balls. Ho, you
You
want
ain't
to
heard
fight?
about the
You
last
talking
security
about fighting?
guard?
Your ass need to go
Do you want to?
grieve.
Okay, fuck a fight, bitch. You want to lick up and have a shootout, bitch? What you want to do?
Oh, you psyching
No.
out?
Wait,
Oh,
what?
this hoe
Ooh,
bad as
No.
fuck.
This is, this is a problem with our society. Even though women talk like men. You want to link up and have a shootout.
He's gonna be dying. I ain't gonna
why you in the
Man,
middle
shut
of
up, bitch.
nigga
We don't
shit?
give a
dying
Go
over that.
fuck.
grieve. What the
Oh,
Courtney,
fuck?
pussy ass, ho, shut
dumb
up,
ass
ho. Do you
hoe.
want to
Go
fight? Ho, you
grieve.
always got balls. Ho, you
You
want
ain't
to
heard
fight?
about
You
the
talking
last
about
security
fighting?
guard?
Your ass need to go
Do you want to?
grieve.
Okay, fuck a fight, bitch. You want to lick up and have a shootout, bitch? What you want to do?
Oh, you psyching
No.
out?
What you
Oh,
want to
this hoe
Ooh,
do?
bad as
No.
fuck.
That
what?
hoe
Hey,
just
what
got
the
gangster
Julio
on
What
her
the
just
fuck?
came
head.
out that hoe. What the
Hell
fuck?
yeah,
That
ho.
hoe said
Hell
she trying
yeah,
to have a
ho.
shootout by
Fuck is you
Fulio.
talking about, ho?
You talking about
Fuck is
having
you
a
talking about?
shootout, bitch? You should have
All
been
right, I'm
there.
done
Then
Hey,
you
talking.
should have.
shot,
You
she
You
you
ready
should
to
you
die
have
just
by
talk.
that
since
dick.
you know how to shoot real good,
You
bitch. You
just
should have
done
been
talking.
there.
She
Fuck
ready
you,
You
to
just
bitch.
done
die.
talking. You
Since
talking.
you a shooter,
Yeah.
bitch, you should have been
Oh,
there. Fuck
bro, she
you,
I'm
ready
done
to
bitch.
talking to
die about
you.
that
I see
dick.
She
what you
was
doing. You
there.
soft as fuck. I'm
Go
done talking.
grieve, ho. Go
I
She,
grieve. Go
am.
grieve. Go
I
grieve,
am.
bitch.
I see you
what was your
scary as
Glock
fuck.
Go
then?
grieve. You
I
talking
see you
about
scary
shooting
as
and
fuck.
What
being
was
on
your
point,
fight
bitch. You should
then?
have
I
been
see
there
you
shooting
scary as
back, ho.
fuck.
What the fuck you
I see
mean?
you scary as
yo, yo, this is so bad. Yo, the mere fact that these are the conversation that these people are having in the midst of a rapper losing their life is like In case you thought that the people around these rappers are anything different, the women they date are anything different. No, they're kind of all like are the same.
She watched
You
the
done
die.
talking. I'm done talking to you.
Go grieve. You shouldn't have been talking in the first place. Grieve. Julio, is that you? Talking about
I
shooting?
see. Do you want to link
Julio
up?
reincarnated?
Hey,
No.
What you
say
want to do?
fully while you shoot.
No. Good
Haha,
morning,
everybody laughing,
babe.
but all you niggas got dead niggas.
Good
That's
morning,
what it
babe.
is.
Made you
Y'all homeboys
They
breakfast.
talking
been
about you got
dead.
the
Y'all been
lie.
dead. What Kimmy said? All you niggas been dead. Y'all been
Look at
dead.
you quoting the other side. Shit, slow
Y'all
ass hoe.
been
Go
dead. Ho, you
grieve.
sucked the other side
Go
dick, ho.
grieve.
If you
Go
suck them niggas that killed
grieve.
your cousin brother dick, ho. What is you
Go
talking about, ho?
grieve.
Shut up, bitch. You can't
Well,
get
Man,
next
man,
to
everybody
stop
me.
got
acting like
something
you
in
wasn't over
common.
here
You
first.
can't get next to me. You can't get
Money,
next to
you
me,
was
ho.
over there sucking
You
dicks first. So if
ho,
I
what?
did it, it was because
Yeah,
you
I
did it
bet.
first. Go
Yeah, I
grieve.
bet.
All right. So there's so much of this low IQ shit I could take. I want to pray for all these people, but you could tell this is a generation of lost people. Like everybody involved in this spaces. Lost. Lost. All right. Enough of that. Enough of that. Yo, did y'all see my man Diddy, bro? Diddy has now dipped out. I don't know why Diddy cleared his Instagram to basically post that he's boarding a plane. And this is what I've heard about what's going on with Diddy, right? So first of all, Diddy's selling his crib in LA. So Diddy wants to sell his house. He's trying to sell his house. He's looking to sell it for $70 million. Okay. This is the house that was rated in LA. And this is this is that house right here. So this is that house. It's in LA. It's in Homely Hills. Apparently, it is I forgot how many bedrooms and how many bathrooms, but he had supposedly bought it for $40 million. So he's looking to get $70 million for it, which would be a $30 million increase. Now, let me tell you what I've heard. This is the behind the scenes talk. They said that Diddy is preparing for what's going to be a fight for his life. Okay. I hear that Diddy is looking at things that he needs liquid cash. Now, we all know that Diddy's worth hundreds of millions of dollars, but all the time, a lot of times when we hear about people worth a lot of money, people assume that that money's in the bank account or on hand or in some type of safe. No, those a lot of times are in assets or being invested or in companies. Or sometimes, as it comes in, the cash flow sometimes is just paying bills. Diddy supposedly is liquidating, and from what I've heard a number of he's going to liquidate up to $200 million. And he's going to liquidate that amount to have as a war chest. He's going to use that to try to get up on out of this if he can. What does that mean? For some of the serious or maybe problematic civil suits, and even some people who are even approaching him now, because apparently there's still going to be civil suits to come. He's realizing, let me start paying a couple of y'all, especially if y'all haven't gone public, that y'all don't go on the radar of anybody else. Like, because the feds are investigating, he don't need additional witnesses going in front of a grand jury that could indict him. Also, maybe some of these civil cases he might try to settle. Now, I don't think he's going to try to settle all of them because some of them allegedly are bullshit, and some of them, shit, you might as well go fight it. But I hear that the reason why he's liquidating all this money is that his lawyers cost a shit ton. He's trying to handle some of this civil suit shit. But he's also prepared if shit goes down that he's going to have to need a lot of cash and use a lot of cash to maybe avoid what might be the inevitable, which is him having to go sit down for a really long time due to these impending or potentially upcoming criminal federal charges. So, liquidating his homes, yes. That would be one thing. Now, here's the thing with Diddy. I don't know about this Homely Hills home, but from what I've heard, there he had taken out a second mortgage on a second house. On I think it's the house in Star Island, and apparently there was a mortgage already for that house. So he don't own that house. I don't know if he owns this house outright, but for what I'm hearing, he's trying to get cash on hand. He wants to have money that he could throw around, because what's the use of having all this money if you're not going to use it to your this is the moment you need it to fucking throw it to try to, put out a couple fires. Yeah, so that's one of the major things as it relates to him trying to get money quickly. What else? There's another thing, but I just forgot it. What was I trying to say? Oh, also. Now, from what I've also heard is that when you have, and by the way, I know this very well. Obviously, I don't own a $70 million house, but when you have a house that's worth millions, you accrue a lot of costs, whether it's, I think I told you I spent like 23,000 a year on landscaping. You know what I mean? It's a big property. You want your shit to look nice. Everybody else shit look nice in the neighborhood. You got to pay it. You get what I'm saying? And that's just my crib, right? I'm pretty sure he maybe pays over 100,000 for that. You know what I mean? A year. Then you think about electricity. Then you think about housekeepers. Then you think about from what I've heard, there is hundreds of thousands of dollars, potentially millions, that goes into upkeep of that property, that he's also downsizing a bit. He doesn't need 2 cribs. He has less business opportunities or business ventures in LA. He needs to start saving money. So, when you're making an enormous amount of money, sometimes it actually helps if you're spending it, because, you can do it in different ways, write off in taxes and stuff like that. But when, for what we're thinking about with Diddy, we don't think that he's racking in a lot of money right now. His streaming has gone down. Apparently they've pulled products off of the shelf at Macy's. He doesn't have the liquor deal anymore. The clothing brand supposedly is worthless. He's not making a lot of money from known ventures. Maybe he has money invested that's compounding, cool. But we also got to think about it that, hey, if he's thinking that this is the last dance, this is the final stand, this is going to be Avengers Endgame for him, he doesn't want to be spending money that he would normally have no problem spending, because it's about luxury, right? Yes, you don't mind spending $1 million per year for upkeep on this house, because you're making so much money and you got to spend the money anyway. But when the money's getting clipped and you don't know where your future lands, you have to start cutting costs. So getting rid of some of these houses, maybe some of these penthouses he probably also owns, he's probably going to sell. And again, here's a thing too that's probably going on with Diddy. His assets at this point are probably also being monitored to some extent by, some type of authorities, in the sense of, hey, in case you want to put everything in the baby's name, because who knows, if all of these, say he goes to court and say he gets found guilty, they might feel like he owes money. He's going to be liable to having to pay maybe a whole lot of money to maybe potential victims. And when that is the thought, shit, you know what that nigga might do? All right, let me put this in my baby's name. You know what I mean? That y'all can't come for it later. But he's in the middle of the fire already. So from what I hear, people are kind of watching that as well. But he's trying to consolidate. He's definitely trying to downsize a bit, which makes sense. So I'll give you a little bit more information of what I heard. So what supposedly is happening is, and that's why I was wondering why he posted the video of him boarding the plane. This is the video here.
What up, yo? How you doing? Yeah. No place like home. Shit. What up, yo? How you doing?
Okay. So, he's like, no place like home, whatever. Cool. He shows he's boarding Combs Air. For what I have been told, Diddy was handling some business, tying up some loose ends, whether it was in LA or wherever else. He's supposed to, at this point, at this final stretch, supposed to be returning to Florida. And I've heard that his attorneys have spoken to the feds. So this is what, this is the privilege of, number one, being cooperant, but also having a very big and expensive attorney firm. They're going to be speaking to the feds, even though the feds are trying to lock him up, right? Because you want to show that, hey, I'm cooperative, I'm not trying to run, this and third. And you also want to maybe maximize the time before they file what could be like an indictment. And one of those things, or how you do it, is you got to make the feds feel like you're moving accordingly. So what I hear, this is exactly what I heard. If he's gonna get on that plane, the feds know. Now, the feds are gonna know anyway, because you have to file what's called a manifest with the FAA, and they could just easily pull those to see if Diddy's gonna be on a flight. But I hear, in the case he does get indicted, they want him to get bail. So he's right now telling the feds, hey, listen, I'm about to return to Florida, or I have to go to LA for these dates. He's giving them an itinerary, which means if they see that he's boarding a plane, because he has his own plane, and this becomes a bail thing if he ever gets indicted, they're less likely to give you bail if they feel like, if you have a private jet, like you literally have a vehicle, or you have a vehicle, I guess, that could take you out of the country and bring you somewhere where they would have to it would be very hard to extradite you from. So they always think about, in terms of flight risk, the literal flight risk is having a jet that could fly. So he's working with the feds now, saying, hey, or like his attorneys, yo, Diddy's going from here to here. He's going to be here for this amount of time, blah, blah. I do hear that he's about to go back to Florida and stay there until the conclusion of this process. Now, there's a possibility that the feds come back and say, we ain't get no charges on him, and then he'll be straight. But until that is done, he's communicating with them, telling them exactly where he's going to be, right? And he's been doing that, and from what I hear, he'll continue to do that. Do you get what I'm saying? Somebody said, bro, I'm sure they knew beforehand. Well, isn't that what I'm saying? Somebody said, Ack wants Diddy to be put in jail. No, not at all. Like, I mean, I don't know what's true and what's not at this point.
Yeah. No place like home.
But I do think that this video is a little bit. He starts the video by saying, no place like home, as he's boarding the jet.
What up, yo? How you doing?
This is his pilot. Damn, he got his pilot even matching the jet. He's wearing black. The jet's black.
Yeah.
A little last flex with the Combs Air.
No place like home.
I wonder if he's going to stop in Philly and pick Meek up. You know what I mean? One last, good oil down back rub. Anyway. But yeah, so it appears that he's going to be trying to spend the last, again, I don't know if he's going to be arrested or not, but a lot of people are predicting indictment. He's supposed to be selling all the properties, liquidating everything outside of that Star Island residence, and he's going to also return to Star Island as everything goes on. And the feds know him. The feds know this. Like he's communicating with the feds, and we'll see. We will see, man. By the way, if you're wondering about his civil suits, I've looked into. So I looked into how many they filed, like about 8 so far. I looked at about all 8 of them today, or as much as I could find. There isn't much movement on any other civil suits, with the exception of the Lil Rod case. And most of the movement isn't by Diddy's lawyers. So Diddy's lawyers are kind of still sitting back. They're still planning their responses. They haven't they've answered to these, well, not answered to these lawsuits. They've shown up in court to say, hey, we're here, but we're still preparing what we're gonna file back. So those are to come. The Little Rod lawsuit is the most active one because I don't know if they're even in cahoots, but UMG is going crazy at the lawyer for Little Rod, basically saying this nigga's a liar, and they want him sanctioned. Now, if he's sanctioned, that might help Diddy. So maybe Diddy's is just falling back for that. I don't know, but that's happening, and yeah, Diddy's gonna be in Star Island awaiting what happens. We'll see. All right, so I don't know if you guys seen this. So Lil Durk's 10-year-old son, Lil Durk's 10-year-old son. By the way, you know another thing? Let me not even comment on the Lil Rod shit. The Lil Rod shit is so, yo, if you see what's happening in court with the Lil Rod shit, it's so crazy. Because UMG lawyers is going crazy on it. And that lawyer is known for these salacious things. I'm surprised he hasn't filed maybe another declaration or maybe even another amended complaint if it would boast in their case if they're like, oh, Lil Rod spoke to the feds, and the feds who are investigating him spoke to Lil Rod, and Lil Rod is a victim. But we haven't heard anything about Lil Rod speaking with the feds. Not saying he did or didn't, but we haven't heard anything about that. We all assume Cassie has been speaking with the feds, but the Lil Rod case is a very interesting one because it's the one that's getting the most activity on. Anyway, I don't know if you guys seen this. So Lil Durk's son, and Durk got about 10 kids, but his son that was supposedly kind of living with the mom who had a dude, looked like the mom got into it with the guy who she was with, and they're calling this guy Lil Durk's son's stepfather because he was dealing with the mom. And apparently Lil Durk's son, who's 10 years old, watched a altercation with his mom and his stepfather, and then the stepfather's gun fell to the ground, and he grabbed the gun from the stepfather and shot the stepfather. Here is the surveillance video. Now, I think there's a delay on this audio. I think this is a kid here. And I think this is where he shoots him, right? I see him stretch his hands outstretched, and I think that's where he shoots him. Now the audio I think is off because it doesn't look like you don't hear the shot. You hear the shot here. You hear the shot here. But this doesn't look like where the shot was at, because if there was a gunshot, everybody would run. You know what happens when people hear a gunshot? Everybody kind of startles back. When you hear it, you don't see people startle back here. Well, actually, you kind of see people run away. I'm pretty sure it's here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's here. The audio is just off, I think. Right? Am I tripping? Okay. Now, it's kind of difficult to kind of tell what was going on. It's kind of difficult to tell what was going on, but the dude who got shot, he's explaining. He said, as y'all could see, I was not the aggressor. Y'all could see how I had my gun on my hip. He grabbed my gun off my hip, following his mom's lead, and tried to shoot me, and then actually shot me. I advise y'all see it before they take it down. Build awareness. Now, he continued to say, whatever makes y'all feel better, that's why I got custody of my kids, and she don't. So I guess she's saying that Durk got custody of the kid, and she don't. or maybe one of her other kids, I guess. It says she don't. So internet, thank God it was me that took the shot, not her. That's still my daughter's mom, but she knows. Oh, I guess they do have a kid together. That's still my daughter's mom, but she knows, like I know, God has always been good to me. Survivor. He then explained, my gun was on my hip and I was trying to protect myself from getting shot. I never in a million years thought a kid I bought four-wheelers and paid for football leagues and everything would do this, but he only knows sorry. He only knows what mom shows him. I still love him like he's mine. Okay? You know what I mean? Yo. Yo, this nigga basically saying, yo, I bought this nigga four-wheeler. Why the hell would he shoot me? Why me? He then says, I pray our favorite rapper takes full custody of Romeo, and I get full custody of mines. Call me what y'all want to call me. It's about the kids at the end of the day. Which, by the way, I think Dirk trolls him. Dirk ain't shit. I think Dirk trolled the nigga right here. He's like, save that money for them kids. You know what I mean? Like, yo, Dirk was probably so proud of his son. And then here is like an incident report looking like it's a police report. On July 2nd, FCM Dial interviewed Jerome Harris, 10, at the IMPD homicide. By the way, Jerome Harris. What's Dirk's name? What's Dirk's full name? Lil Dirk. It's Dirk Banks, right? Why does Dirk's kid not have his last name? I wonder why that's not a thing. Huh. Okay. On July 2nd, FCM Dial interviewed Jerome Harris, who's 10, at the homicide office as part of the assessment investigation. Jerome stated that he and his mother returned to Mr. Pippin's mother's home on July 1st, 2024. Miss Collier and oh shit, did I click off of some? Oh, sorry. Mr. Pippins were in a okay. Mrs. Collier and Mr. Pippins were in a verbal fight. Jerome stated that he kept telling Miss Collier to stop fighting with Mr. Pippins. Jerome stated that he then got out of the car, went over and pushed Mr. Pippins. FCM Dial and Jerome asked Jerome if Miss Collier had a gun. He said yes, but hers didn't go off. He asked if Mr. Pippins was trying to go get the gun away from her. Jerome stated yes. Jerome admitted that Mr. Pippin's gun had fallen to the ground during the struggle. He picked up the gun and shot Mr. Pippins to protect Miss Collier. He stated that he was scared that Mr. Collier was going to get shot, and they asked Jerome if he ever been in a domestic violence, if there's ever been any domestic violence between both of them in the past, and he said that they would yell at each other a lot. He said that she gets really mad really fast. So-and-so are at a vulnerable ages and are reliant upon caregivers to ensure a safe and stable home, free from domestic violence and neglect. It's unlikely that the aforementioned concerns will be addressed without the coercive intervention of the court. Based on the Child Services respectfully request the court find Jerome Ellis in need of service to be children in need of services, and find the coercive intervention of the court to be necessary. DCS is recommending continued removal of Jerome Ellis Jr. from mother. Okay. So they're saying he should be removed. Recommends unsupervised visits from Joshua Pippins and Dirk Banks. What the hell? read the comments. So somebody says, so the BM came to the victim's mom's house, damn near tried to shoot him. He tried to prevent her from shooting him by grabbing a gun. The son then misinterpreted this as the victim trying to attack the mom when he was trying to protect himself and dropped his own gun during the struggle. The kid then picks up the gun and shoots him. Yeah, take the mom and the son to jail. That man was not trying to get killed. He wasn't attacking no one. This is actually a pretty good breakdown. Yeah, it's kind of true. According to this write-up, the baby mama came to her nigga's mom's house, started an argument. She had a gun, like, right? It said that she had a gun. And then somehow, I guess he must have disarmed her, but then the gun dropped because he was struggling with her. And then the kid picked it up because he's like, damn, you attacking my mom. And then he shot the dude. Do you see the gun in any of these videos? I hate to sound like a broken record, but this is why you can't date single moms. Yeah, can't date single moms, man. And when I mean you shouldn't be dating single moms, obviously, you know, this ain't nothing where Dirk is really involved in doing anything. But once again, it's if you date a single mom and y'all live in the same household, or you're trying to be a father figure, trust me, it's 1v2. At the end of the day, the kid's always gonna side with the mom. The mom ain't never gonna feel comfortable about you disciplining the child. And that child at the end of the day is thinking in the back of their head, that ain't my daddy. If it was mommy and daddy fighting like that, they would either start crying or try to break it up. You're a stranger and you will get popped. So again, you know, by the way, there was a gruesome like photo of like the dude's injuries, which I think is blurred out though. Hold on. The dude got shot. I think he got shot in the stomach or something of the sort. I think the dude got shot in the stomach. Let me look. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? Where the fuck is it at? I know they covered it. I didn't post the where is it at? How come I could never find some shit? Lil Durk's son. Twitter always has the shit. Oh yeah, so right here. Yeah, just like as I thought. Yeah, right. I think that's right there where he shoots him. Now there's a by the way.
You know how about your ice cream?
Yo, this nigga in the hospital is still making TikToks after he got shot in the stomach. Oh yeah, here it is.
I'm a stomach cut up.
Yo, look at these stitches. Jesus Christ. Bro, they cut this nigga open like a fish.
I barely can talk. Yeah, brother, you know how I do this shit, man. I'm a giant, man. I'm a survivor. Love you too, huh? I know how to survive out here, man. That's the difference between me and these niggas, man.
Bro, how... Respectfully, chat. How come when everybody gets shot or survive, they never say, thank God I could have died today. Thank God that I'm still here. God, you're watching over me. It's like they're always talking shit. Every time a nigga gets shot and you put a camera in front of him, he's talking shit. Yeah, I'm a survivor. Yeah, I make it out of it. Yeah, them pussy niggas couldn't get it done. Them niggas don't got no aim. Nigga, shut up. How about you just say, thank God I'm still here? Every time a nigga gets shot, he talking shit, man. Nobody want to hear about you being a survivor.
Love you too long. I know how to survive out here, man.
Talking about you know how to survive. Nigga, how about you know how not to get shot?
That's the difference between me and these niggas, man.
Yo, your niggas would be get on camera. Yo, that's the difference between me and them, man. If they would have got shot like this, them niggas would have died. Them bitch ass niggas would have died if they got this leg. I was like, me, I'm good. What the fuck are you like? This is the weird flex. This is a weird flex.
You don't beat yourself trying to beat me. Yeah, I'm straight, man. Got shot in my motherfucking stomach. Yeah, got me good. I be really going through it, man. I felt weird about yesterday. I swear to God, I did. I felt weird. I knew something was gonna happen.
This nigga live? Is he on IG live or something?
Got shot in my stomach.
I be really thinking that niggas ain't no reason why you got all this bandaged up, your stomach is stapled. Why are you on Instagram live? I gotta think that he's like, yo, when I get out of here, I gotta make sure I line up some sympathy pussy. So let me get online and show people that I'm hurt, but I'm still strong and persevering. Cause when I get out of here, the amount of sympathy pussy I'm finna get is about to go through the roof. Cause that's the only reason I could imagine why he's on here like doing this.
I had to get surgery. I'm fucked up, y'all. This time way worse than last time.
It's not even the first time, bro. All right. So yeah, and apparently the kid in question is this kid right here. You know what I mean? You know what's crazy? Yo, a nigga gonna say, this is how I know people ain't shit. Somebody say, yo, they be like, yo, even Dirk's son slid faster than Dirk. Yo, y'all look crazy. Yeah, y'all look crazy with them comments. It said Dirk's son slid immediately, nigga. He slid immediately. Slide for they said they're waiting for Dirk to slide for Vaughn. This nigga was sliding for mom. Like, yo, nah, y'all niggas is burnt out for them comments, man. Y'all niggas is burnt out. Why the hell did this nigga, yo, what the hell? Nigga, you look like a lizard. Why the fuck did you put this up on social media, my boy? Look what this thing gonna say. I can't take as much pain God wants me to take. Can you? Nigga, this ain't time for Q&As. Then the nigga gonna put a Lil Durk song over it, The Voice. Talking about Durk, come get your son. Nigga, what are you talking about? Then he said, listen, nobody is going to jail or they would already be there. I'm doing this for rights over my kids. Call me what you want. And on top of that, this was at my mama's, in front of my mama and granny and mo kids. I pray y'all make it through y'all situation that God gonna put y'all through for playing with me. So I guess he said, nah, he not trying to get nobody to go to jail. Is this the girl right here? I ain't gonna lie to you. You date a ratchet bitch like this, you gotta expect some stabbing, some shootings, like, no disrespect. You know what I mean? Like, Dirk got a kid with her? This must have been broke Dirk. How the fuck Dirk? Let me see. Queen Travone. must have been broke Dirk, bro. What the fuck? Little Dirk's son. Let me see if I can find this page. Queen Travone. Yeah, it's down. It's down. They said supposedly. It says India Royale, which is Dirk's like girlfriend, reveals Dirk fathered a child with a woman named Travona after he publicly denied it 2 years ago. He shared a photo of Dirk on Father's Day with his children, along with the captions, "Happy Father's Day, baby." In the photo was Romeo, who Dirk was previously publicly denied fathering. Oh, okay. Back in March 2021, Lil Durk denied fathering a 7-year-old Romeo, a 7-year-old boy named Romeo. Romeo's mother, Travona, responded to him on her Instagram story, saying him making a post leaving Romeo name out don't make him not your son. He still got your blood in his veins, but continue for the internet. Oh, never mind. It's this kid over here. Oh, I thought it was him right here. So it's this kid over here. So this is Romeo. And then this is Romeo with the OTF chain. And then this is what the mom said before. I feel where y'all coming from sending me the bullshit, he said, but at the same time, I don't care about a word, he says, because his word means nothing. How you the voice but leave your blood son out the mix for whatever reason? Shaking my head. When shit reveal itself once they catch up to him, I don't want no apologies. Well, I don't Romeo the main one hurt, but everybody thinking about their own grown ass feelings and image. Why make a post instead of going to pick your kids up? Ain't like they finna read it. You do everything for the internet. Now, good night. I got a big day ahead of me. And another thing, him making a post leaving out Romeo name don't make him not your son. He still got your blood in his veins, but continue on for the internet. And then she said this on live. If you've made it known to a child that you're the parent, you're their dad, they're going to look for you. She said, they ain't just going to forget you and what y'all talked about and what y'all plan was. And then Dirk, I guess this is what Dirk said that the baby mom was responding to. Dirk said, how I'm the voice of the trenches. I take care of my kids, but I don't spend time with them. My goal is to have a better relationship with them, not something else or blame everybody around me. I'm a great father. I'm going to step it up and lock in because blah, blah, blah. Okay. Oh, and this is where he named his kids. He said Big Sky, Baby Sky, Bella, Willow, Doom, Angelo, and Zayden. Okay. All right. So if the kid's 10, that means he had a baby with her like in 2012. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's him with, yeah, okay. They said meet Romeo Banks. Well, his last name is not Banks from what we're seeing. At least not according to that incident report I just read. Dirk's 10-year-old son, who has spin on his steps pops and left him on a stretcher for trying to put hands on his mom. A real neighborhood hero himself. Already in Black Air Force activity at the age of 10. Lil bro think he Vaughn. Yo, the wildest thing to say, The wildest thing to say is, yo, come get your kid, Dirk. Yo kid over here shooting me and shit. Come get your kid, Dirk. Dirk, come get your kid, bro. On phone him. On phone him grave, nigga. Come get your kid, bro. Come get your kid, Dirk. On the dead homies, come get your kid, man. Oh, my math was off? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, my math ain't mathing. Yeah, 10 years is 2014. You're right. Yo, it's 6 a.m., bro. It's 6 a.m. OTF Romeo. All right. Yo, this nigga Dirk got an orphanage over here, bro. This nigga got an orphanage. Yo, is this one he had with the OTF girl, the one that I said used to? She don't look like that no more. The one that used to look like Majin Buu, like his OG fat white girlfriend. This baby look like he about to look like Zach Levine, man. All right. Hope for a speedy recovery, man. Hope for a speedy recovery. Oh, okay. All right. Enough of that shit. Let me see what else is going on. Yo, how the fuck do we almost have 10,000 people in here at 6 a.m.? Jesus Christ. This is why I feel bad when I don't stream, because like you guys are so supportive. So apparently 6ix9ine's cars are getting auctioned off. So apparently in Opalaka, they're having a federal auction that is selling or going to be auctioning off 2 cars by Tekashi 6ix9ine, a Lamborghini Urus and a Bentley Continental. I think previously the Bentley he used to, like his last girlfriend used to drive, Jade. Also was one of his cars that was in New York for a while, but then he brought it down. Around this whole thing, it appears that 6ix9ine owes the government some money, and this is their way of getting the money. He's probably been delinquent or something like that, and apparently he's still in the Dominican Republic. So he's in the Dominican Republic handling some issues to do with domestic violence with the girl that he's with, which is Anuel's baby mama. Remember, this is the second case he caught down there, right? So he had caught a case for beating up a producer over the baby mama, because some producer, I guess, was trying to like fuck her or whatever. And so they ran, him and a couple goons and his bodyguard ran down on the dudes. He got arrested for that. And then he got let out. And then this, apparently him and his girl got into it and someone called the cops. It looks like they're still together, but I think it was like the mom or someone that called the cops that said that 6ix9ine put hands on her. So they're preventing him from leaving the country. He's going through all that legal situation right now. And while he hasn't been in the United States, there's been shit still going on. The IRS and other agencies and people who claim that they're owed money, because there's a few lawsuits that he never answered to. They're saying, yo, give us our money. And one of the ways to get the money is they grab the cars. The IRS ain't going to wait too long. They grab the cars, and now they're auctioning them off. Apparently, the bid started at $20,000. Let me see. Opalaka auction federal 6ix9ine. Okay, here we go. So it's a 2019 Urus. This is how it looks. Apparently, it's at 90,000 now. It had 90,000. There's 20 bidders on it. Oh, there's 14 days left? Ooh, maybe I'll buy this. Would I be a W Mans if I bought it and gave it back to 6ix9ine? That'd be a W Mans, right? Yeah, if it stays around here, I'll buy it for 100. I'll buy it for 100. I'll give it back to him. Got to keep my man rich, right? My homeboy. Like, I can't have him driving in like a like a Kia. All right. Anyway, let me see how many miles on this shit. We need to see some mileage or something. Okay, here are some forms. Is this the odometer? No, that's the VIN number. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay. Can we see the mileage? Okay, the mileage is here. 49,000 miles. That's a good he drives this shit a lot, you could tell. By the way, this shit got no gas in it. Look, 0 miles. All right. It looks like, well, this might need some engine stuff too, because you can see it has this on. Who knows? Yeah. So a Lamborghini Urus is about $300,000. Yeah. Other than the name of 6ix9ine owning it, I don't think this shit should sell for over 160, 170,000. If it sells for over that, it's because it's 6ix9ine. Like, and people just want to own his car. I think there's another one. Let me see. There's a Bentley Continental one. So, let me see. Okay, so the end date is going to be this 23rd. Okay. Give me this. All right, and then here's the Bentley Continental. Now, I think this is where we saw like a bullet hole in it, right? Let me see if that's the case. Yeah, I don't know if it was a bullet hole or something cracked right here. Yeah, we got to zoom all the way in to see it. Let's see if we can zoom in. We can't really see it from there. How many miles on this? Oh, wow. Yeah, this is shattered here. This is shattered. Both windows are shattered. That's the left window. That looks like the right window. The seats look nice, though. What does this say? But it looks like these are aftermarket seats, though. Oh, the top. Ooh, the top got some damage to it, too. Yeah, he hasn't taken good care of this car. Let's see if we can read about it a little bit. Let's see, what is this? This is about the bid-in. Ooh. Here we go. What the fuck is this? The IRS does not warrant the blah, blah, blah. What? Types of shit? Notice of federal lien. $5 million. Oh, okay. Yeah, so 6ix9ine probably owes $5 million. I think if I'm reading this right, as of this date, the encumbrances against the property, it was seized for non-payment of IRS taxes due from the taxpayer is $5 million. 6ix9ine got $5 million. Okay, so I guess he owns $5 million. All right. Owes $5 million. I was gonna say he could ask Steve will do it for a loan for $5 million, but I don't think Steve fuck with him no more. But 6ix9ine still getting a shit ton of money, so get back on the road, drop some music. Like that's the thing with 6ix9ine. Like I think he also got lazy, man. Like you could make a shit ton of money, bro. Just you got to keep working and stop getting distracted. So maybe this will encourage him to drop some music and start touring back again because. Yeah, he's probably getting a shit ton of money promoting vapes and all type of bullshit like that. But like, bro, you know, you're Tekashi 6ix9ine, man. Like, you have to be making a lot of revenue to even survive because shit, you're a controversial person that needs security, need this, need that. By the way, this bid is at $80,000. I think this car is worth considerably less than even yours. It's a 2017 Bentley Continental. Yeah, it's 2017. Okay, is there anything else that they seized? What the fuck? They selling helicopters? Wait. I just seen a helicopter, nigga. How can I bid on a helicopter? Look at this shit. What the fuck? Get a Black Hawk. I bet all them bitch ass rappers will stop playing with me when I get this. What the fuck? I need a bid on this bitch right here. I bet they wouldn't play with me no more. All right, hell nah. Nah, this is some war shit. Never mind. Thought this shit's gonna be luxury. Hell nah. This some shit be like, all right, we're gonna jump 4, 3, 2, parachute out. Hell no, I'm good. Even though I ain't gonna lie, this is some shit that I could see some nigga from Chicago bringing to the block, yo. Just put a couple guns on it, just to let the ops know. Nigga, I'm like that. Got a little Black Hawk just in case. Just in case. Just in case. Okay, let me see what else. There's another helicopter. It's another Black Hawk. Let me see how this shit look. Might be the same one. Oh, yeah, it's the same one. What else could I bid on this site? Nice little Black Hawk. Now, the reason why they took these cars is because these cars are probably paid off. You know, if the car wasn't paid off, they wouldn't take it. Yeah, if the car wasn't paid off, they wouldn't take it. Okay, all right. Let me get up out of his business. Why does shit say you could win 6ix9ine's Lamborghini? It's not. You're not winning it. You're buying it. Okay. All right. Oh, this was people.
We got a lot to prove. We got a lot to prove. And this nigga ain't even nobody that's.
By the way, I don't. Yeah, let me tell you this: if you've been to an event, 100% you want to leave before traffic. So this whole Shakur Stevenson shit, I'm not. Well, I mean, he might be a boring fighter, but bro, yo, I went to Kevin Hart's show, my nigga. Hey, listen. The whole time I'm there and I'm watching, I'm like, yo, I want to leave before he tell his last joke. But his last joke was so long, I didn't realize it was the last joke until he was like, all right, thank you for coming. I'm like, what the fuck? Yo, I was stuck in traffic trying to leave for like a good 2 hours. So, yeah, I definitely want to leave early. I want to leave early. I'm not one of them niggas who want to see. I'll catch the end of the game or the end of the fight on my phone. Hell no, I want to beat traffic. Hell out of here. It's 11. It's the 10th round. I know ain't no knockout coming. I'm out. I'm out. Yeah, I don't got a problem with that. DeRozan to the Kings. Okay. Somebody asked Jay Prince about Not Like Us. They said this was his reaction. Let's hear it.
Next question. Do you like You not like us.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. This is the first time I see Jay Prince no courtesy call, no nothing. We ain't hear him talk about this battle or this beef at all. Usually putting out courtesy calls. If y'all don't stop fucking with my son. Yeah, there's nothing here.
Check this out.
Yeah, he ain't even really been giving comments on it. Okay. I always thought that Jay Prince would comment about or warn people to leave Drake alone on a business level. Like, yo, bro, you fuck with my investment, and when you fuck with my investment, you fuck with my money. And when you fucking with my money, I don't care about whatever future I got going on, but I want to get my bread. Because some people do look at rap like that. You know what I mean? Like, I've heard rappers trying to explain it to me like that. Like, yo, you know when you criticize me, you're taking food out of my family's mouth. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, they look at it as anything negative is like, you know, hurting their way to make money. So they don't really give a fuck about music as much as they look at it as a vehicle to make money. Okay. Is this Rihanna? Wait, Rihanna dropped a song? Rihanna has a song called Mirror? No way. Rihanna Mirror. What? Wait. Rihanna popped out to Times Square in front of Bad Choices billboard. Oh, I guess it's Bad Choices. Whoever this person is got a song called Mirror. Oh, okay. That's why I'm like, yo. If Rihanna dropped a song, that shit would be everywhere. Y'all could hear the birds chirping. It's really early. What was this? Yo, one thing we love about Meek Mill is a lack of self-awareness, right? So Ryan Garcia, who honestly, I do believe Ryan Garcia racist, bro. I'm gonna just keep it a being with you. Like, I do think he racist. Now, not because he's made money fighting black fighters, not because he got black friends, meaning he can't be racist. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, there's a lot of people who are Hispanic that, you know, they're either racist or colorist, which, you know, they basically they have a prejudice against people of darker skin complexions, whether they use derogatory terms to refer to those people or whether they outwardly say it. They look down on people who are darker colored. You get what I mean? It happens throughout. Like, I'm not shocked when I hear some shit like that. You know what I mean? That's why I think sometimes we got to be kind of. We allow Hispanics, for the most part, to say the word nigga. And it's because we look at them as a people of color. And we look at a lot of them as Afro-Latina, right? Or Afro-Latin, whatever. Or Latino. But a lot of times the lighter skin they are, not all of them, some of them do look down on niggas, man. Like, you know, if you ever go to Dominican Republic, you know that island is shared by Dominican Republic and Haiti. Bruh, most Dominican people look at Haitians as just like bottom of the barrel, like scums. And they usually judge off of skin complexion a lot. It's kind of crazy that they shared the same island. You know what I mean? Now, I know Ryan Garcia is Mexican. Again, I don't know exactly how all Mexicans kind of, well, not all. I don't know how it breaks down. Like, oh, these certain Mexicans think they're blah blah blah, or these certain Mexicans think they're blah blah. But I knew Ryan Garcia was a little bit racist ever since I seen he was overcompensating, trying to tell us that he wasn't racist. Anytime a nigga gotta, it's like the gay nigga trying to tell you he love pussy, and you're like, bro, we love pussy, but we don't have to say we love pussy. That's how we know we love pussy. You gotta let us know, like, yo, bro, your pussy's so good. You be like, oh, you're gay. Yeah, you're gay. You're gay. Like, the mere fact you gotta point this out. So as soon as I see Ryan Garcia start talking about I love niggas, I'm like, you don't love niggas. You don't love niggas. And actually, you were probably trying to be slick, trying to get off saying that. So he tweeted, he says, I love niggas. Lil Wayne said I could say the N-word. If you're gonna say something like that, you can't say the N-word. If you gotta say somebody else allowed you to say it, no, you can't say it. He says, numbers don't lie, Chirac or Iraq. What? So Meek says, and this is what I'm saying, lack of self-awareness for Meek, because if we're talking about the topic, I got no problem with him saying it, but it's what he says, right? He says, doing anything for money could mess your brain up. Meek, they're accusing you of doing shit for money. They think that you're the bottom bitch for two niggas for money. Like, you don't want to say that. You get what I'm saying? Doing anything for money can mess your brain up, and now you're really broke. Nigga, this life ain't for everyone. It's cool to be normal and smart. Is he broke? I don't know if he's broke. I don't know if Ryan Garcia is broke. By the way, he did come back and he said, yo, I take all responsibility for my words. I misunderstood. I just got a lot of trauma. Now, I think this thing got severe CTE, bro. It's all good. Hey, you know, we always go from like laughing with somebody, and then some people keep laughing when it's gone too far. He's on the same type of regimen, same type of program as Fousey Tube, Antonio Brown. Like, there's a time you got to stop laughing with them. And if you're still laughing with Ryan Garcia, you're part of the problem. You know, you ain't misunderstood. It ain't trauma. Nigga, you got some mental issues. He says it's been tough. It's been a tough couple of months, as everyone can tell, but I am sorry. I struggle with substance abuse, and it's hard for me with everything going on. I don't even think his main problem is substance abuse. I think he has a mental illness, and then I think he tries to self-medicate by abusing substances, and that makes it worse. He says, I actually love black people. No cap. Oh, nah, I love black people. No cap. Like, bro, that sounds like cap now. Which is why I'm actually... Yo, this nigga got typos in the apology, bro. Yo, this is crazy, bro. Yo, this nigga didn't mean one word. This nigga got typo in the... Yo, this nigga got typos in the apology, bro. How non-serious could you be, bro? Yo, I really love black people, no cap. Which is why the nigga didn't even change it from said to sad. He's trying to say, I'm actually sad. He said, I'm actually sad. I offended all my black family and friends. This sucks, but all I can do is be better and stop using words and letting some people in my circle hype me up. Sorry, everyone I offended. I still stand on stopping black on black crime. And I hate that pedos, so that will always remain something I stand on. Bro, CTE is a hell of an illness, man. The nigga got typos, and the nigga said, no cap. This is crazy. I'm gonna be honest with you. I want him to stop fighting. I don't think anything positive is gonna come from this. If he's acting like this in public, I could imagine people who are close to him. You know what I knew he was a little bit off? he had no type of qualms or type of he didn't give a fuck about him losing millions of dollars because of the weight thing. He didn't come in the right weight with Devin Haney. Apparently he loses like his purse, which is over like $1 million. That was supposed to be the bottom guaranteed money because he got tested for steroids or some type of steroid or performance enhancing drug. He didn't care. And, I don't even think he's fighting necessarily for the money anymore, which I could see people validate. When people start acting like that and throwing around money, Ye does it. People come around you and they become bloodsuckers. They know that you're going to throw around money enough, you're going to throw it in their direction. They sit around, they agree with everything you say. They act like other people are crazy. Yo, I don't know why they're probably gaslighting them like, yo, bro, they wouldn't even be calling you crazy if you weren't speaking against, pedophiles and child abuse. Yo, you're just the real. It's a problem with them. You know what I mean? And yeah, those people are probably going to keep gaslighting them without just telling the truth to be like, yo, yeah, that's a noble cause that you're actually speaking up for. However, you're batshit crazy right now. You're batshit crazy. You know what I mean? I don't think you should be fighting Tank. I think you should quit boxing. Bro, once your brain start looking like scrambled eggs, there's no coming back. Once you start acting like this, I don't see nobody who used to act crazy and then all of a sudden they got sane. They just act crazier. Especially if they're actually being rewarded with money. They're going to just act crazier. All right. Did y'all see? So, Bad Baby. I guess her and her boyfriend got into it. She put out a video, which she deleted very shortly afterwards, but it depicted her boyfriend, whose name is LV, and the father of her child. He supposedly was beating her up, and then she showcased the bruises. And he says, this man think he gonna take my daughter away from me, say whatever you want, but trying to take my baby away is crazy. She showcases her eye, which looks like it's closed shut. Showcases another angle, which looks like this is almost like, this kind of looks like a fractured orbital bone. Yeah. Now, she posted that, and obviously people were outraged. They're like, why would he do this? Now, we have no idea why he would do this. Obviously, it's caught in 4K, so he definitely did put hands on her. She might have put hands on him too, but she's a woman who's 100 pounds. You're a grown ass man. Shouldn't be putting hands on Bad Baby. Like, come on, right? Some people have pointed out this situation was always going to get to the point where it might get physical because there were going to be conflict because this guy, nobody knows. Some people think he's a bum. And his woman is the breadwinner. She made $50 million on OnlyFans within a year. So perhaps this guy, there's a power struggle. There's a power dynamic that's unequal. She's calling the shots. He's probably not comfortable with that. He wants to be the man, but he's not doing what most people who are the man do. So he starts exerting or asserting his authority on a physical level to show her who's boss, and that turns into sometimes physical or domestic violence. Some people believe that's why it happens. Some people believe that she loves thugs. She's always said she loved thugs. Remember, she was so happy Chief Keef used to fuck her. She's one of those women that's like Asian doll. She like niggas who kill people, right? And when women like people who are real niggas or street niggas or killers, you're basically, you like men who like to inflict violence. And a lot of times they don't discern between men and women. So if they're violent to other men and you like them because they have a propensity for violence or they're violent themselves, Yeah, sometimes they're not gonna be like, I'm only like violent to the ops. They might beat your ass too. Now, all of that being said, doesn't mean that we don't have the utmost sympathy for her, and obviously, we're not saying she deserves anything. But if sometimes when people see these videos, they're like, "Damn, I wonder if the signs were there. I wonder if we could have told that this was gonna happen." Right? Anyway, people did predict this next part. They said, "We know what type of girl this is, and respectfully, and we're not happy that she got hurt or anything, but guarantee she get back with this nigga." And lo and behold, before we could even refresh our pages 2 times, she had a long ass statement basically saying, I ain't leaving. Not leaving. All right. Because everybody was saying, you better leave. Right. She says, I love that man more than I love myself. Grand opening, grand fucking closing. There you go. After you read that, we could just stop. We could stop right there. To me, this is when I know women. Well, let me speak about her particularly. I think she put this out to try to reverse the power dynamic. I don't think, and this is just my opinion, could be wrong. It's my humble opinion. I don't think she, first of all, does the security camera say when the incident happened? June 30th. She put this video out a whole week after it happened, and the reason she put it out a week after it happened is probably because they got into another argument. So think about this, and we gotta have these kind of conversations. She probably didn't call the police. She probably didn't put him in jail. She had the video, and she only put this video out, and I guarantee they probably just got into another argument, and this is she probably have told him like, yo, I'm gonna put online the video you beat my ass, and it came out the week later. You get what I mean? So they probably were arguing again. So when that's being done, and I could see that, she's kind of playing games too. Not saying she ain't a victim, but she playing games too, because she could got rid of this nigga already. She could have got him locked up. She could have got everything squared away that same day it happened. But no, she kept the video, and obviously she was going to put it out to, I don't know, get him to act in line or, fuck up anything he had going on, even though I don't think he had nothing going on. You realize she's playing some sort of games too. And when I mean she's playing some sort of games, she ain't leaving. That's the point. She's not fucking leaving, right? So when you read this message, I love that man more than I love myself, it reiterates, I'm not fucking leaving, right? And that's when you also have to realize when a woman starts talking like this, they're talking to try to get that nigga to comply, but everybody who's going to tell them you should leave, they're going to ignore. That's why I said the first line already basically says I'm not fucking leaving. And it says, I love that man more than I love myself, and it's honestly really sad. But unfortunately, this is real life. I know the easy way out is to leave. Again, she's telling you, not fucking leaving. And that's better said than done. Now, I'll address that. There is a cycle of violence, and, apparently they do say victims of domestic abuse or domestic violence, it usually takes 7 instances for them to leave. That's supposedly on average. It takes 7 instances. So they don't leave after the first time they get their eye black. It takes a while. Because they're like, the person, they ain't gonna do it again. Well, they apologize. Oh, damn, they're love bombing me. All that shit happens. You know what I mean? So anyway, so I don't want to also try to make her situation seem like, she's not a victim. She is. Clearly, she's a victim of domestic violence. But, so sad is it that a lot of times when they're putting out this stuff publicly, it doesn't mean she's completely done with him. If anything, it's usually to use that as leverage to get compliance or trying to get, or they're going to get back together, right? Anyway, I know the easy way out is for me to leave, and that's better said than done. So she might be caught in a cycle. Maybe she is trying to leave, but she keeps going back. He's love bombing, whatever. And also, he's the father for a child, so he kind of got to see her. And, I think women just in general, you have a natural inclination to want to be with the guy who you had a child for, right? So you're trying to make it work. This doesn't happen. this doesn't happen this extreme often. What the fuck? See, this is another thing. She's kind of making excuses for him. It doesn't happen this extreme often, but LV definitely has a problem. He's gonna get the help he needs. So now she tells you, okay, he's probably apologized to her. Okay, I'll go into a program. She probably like, all right, cool. I'm gonna pay for it. I'm here supporting you. I just want you to get better. So she's again telling you, I'm not fucking leaving, right? He's going to get the help he needs. Right now, there's no room for mistakes, and he knows that. Whoever says they are there for me will be supportive of me no matter what I choose to do. She basically told you what she chose to do already, is to stay with her guy. Y'all know I give a motherfucker hell. Now, again, this is like a full victim statement. She's basically saying, yeah, I'm kind of to be blamed too, right? You know, I give a motherfucker hell, which means, yeah, you know, I push people to that point. Yeah, I know I give a motherfucker hell, but there's no excuses for that at all, whatsoever. My point in sharing this wasn't to attack him. And now here she is apologizing damn near to him. My point wasn't to attack him. It was for him to see what he does is wrong. And for him to take accountability and make a real change. You know, again, I always use this saying. Women and men get, like, a woman gets with a man and says, I'm going to change him into being the man I want. My dream man. I'm going to turn him into my dream man. A man gets with a woman and says, that person I met, I want her to stay the same person. I don't want her to change. Men hate when women change from the person they met. Women always want to change the person they met into somebody they want. Yeah. So she's trying to hopefully get him to change. Now, at least homie don't have, I don't think he got no type of career. By the way, this is their baby. All right. Well. So again, she's not leaving that guy, man. She's not leaving him, and I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, I still feel bad for her, even though she's not leaving him. You can see some of the amateur tricks of, you know, she feels bad for putting it out there. She wants him to probably deal with her in a more civil way, or don't fucking beat the brakes off of her. She's also like, you know, realizing that, hey, at this point you're a young adult and there are women who look up to you, so they're looking at you to what you're doing. And she's caught in this really interesting place, but the biggest message she's sending is that even though I'm putting this out, I want to be with this man, and this man is the guy I love, and as long as he's down to change and work on things, I'm down to work on it with him. So, long story short, they're staying together. All right. Steven Jackson responded to Ryan Garcia disrespecting George Floyd. He said, pull up to 3rd Ward, Texas, and say that shit again and see what happened. He said, somebody tell Ryan Garcia, pull up to 3rd Ward, Texas, and say that shit again about George Floyd and see what happens. Apparently, I think that Steven Jackson is related to George Floyd, I believe. He says, when people bring up the dead, it shows who really is dying inside. Free game. It's a different set of rules outside the ring, kid. Get some help before it's too late. What do you say about
Hey,
George
man,
Floyd?
hope y'all having a good day. Check this out. Listen, first you go from taking steroids. Then you talking about digging George Floyd up and killing him again. Now you talking about you hate niggas and you want to join the KKK. Look, dog, you need to get some help, bro. Because we don't play by the same rules that you play by in that ring, dog. And I'm just telling you. Just like I told you in the DM when you said some flash, I told you to get some help because it's a whole different ball game out here, bro. Anybody that got to bring up the dead is dying inside. You a clout chaser. That's all you are. You looking for attention. You trying to live a life that you didn't grow up in. You're not that, Ryan. Okay? You're a boxer. Stick to that, bro. Keep George Floyd's name out your mouth. If you hate niggas and want to join the KKK like you said on Clubhouse, go ahead. Just don't fuck with us. And don't expect us to fuck with you. People say the realest shit when they drunk. Facts. Hey, man. Hope y'all having a good day. Check this out. Listen, first you go.
All right. I don't know what he said about George Floyd, but probably something very ignorant. Unfortunately, when people are going through manic episodes, we tend to use for clickbait and headlines everything they say, knowing they not in the right state of mind. And then we don't excuse them for when the media runs in front of somebody who's going through an episode, knowing they're going through an episode, and put a mic in front of their face. What do you think they're gonna say? They're not gonna say some dope shit, right? When everybody's talking about what the crazy guy is saying, what do you expect him to be saying? We all think he's going through an episode. What do you think he's gonna say? He's not gonna say anything constructive, right? All right. All right. I might call it a stream chat that I could stream in the daytime. Yeah, I think we've done a little bit, done enough for tonight. Thank you guys for even coming out and watching. Damn, we almost pretty much had 10,000 like at the weirdest hour. I thought we were gonna have like maybe like 2,000 people on YouTube here, but we're kind of rocking. Let me get off. I'm gonna go take a nap, and then I'll be back on later today for a daytime stream. It was important for me to get on. Number one, I was kind of feeling it, so I hopped on anyway. Pause. But I had to. I got to get back on schedule, so I apologize. But yeah, let me get off, and I'll be back on later for a regular daytime stream. If you guys have topics or things I didn't discuss tonight or I didn't discuss in depth, please send it to my DMs at Akademiks on Instagram, or you could DM me on Twitter or whatever the case is, and I will be adding those to the topic list. All right, chat. If you rocked out with me and you were up for this whole time, I appreciate you. Thank you guys so much. Go get some sleep. Go get ready. Go to work. Go get what you got to get done in life, man, to make sure you're successful, okay? Remember, I said this on Clubhouse soon, but I got to send the message to the people who watch me here. I don't care if you work a 9 to 5 or whatever you do, always make sure you're doing something, because we're all entrepreneurs. You should be working on a goal of passion, something that is in your benefit, okay? So, yeah. I'll be back on later, but until then, I love y'all, all right? Go get some sleep. Peace.